What, no drones? This is from Cosma, everybody. Thank you, Cosma. -5 degrees there. Wow. Well, it's time. It's time for the show. I'm going to need your guys' help today because, wow, I'm tired. I don't know what it is. Wintertime, for some reason, I can't sleep. I think I got 4 hours last night. But anyway, hey, thank you to Cosma for that intro. Hey, there was no recording for me this weekend because it was super cold here. For hiking, it was cold, and I didn't want to mess with the camera. I mean, I just left it at home. But hey, thank you to Cosma for sending that because we got an intro and an intro of a place that I've never seen. I've never seen that much snow. Like never seen that much snow. So yeah. But good to see all of you guys in here. Excuse me. Let's see. Ricky was first, and then Ninjinzu, and then Rufus the Red. Hey, everybody. I don't know if you saw it, but apparently today is Wraith's birthday. So when Wraith gets here, we need to wish him a happy birthday. You know what I mean? Because, hey, that's what we do. We support each other in the year of going around the sun again. So, happy birthday, Wraith. I know you're not here yet, but happy birthday. But yeah, we've, I think last year we got, or what was it? The year where we had the big crazy, everything froze and things happened. It was terrible. Yeah, that was bad, but nothing like that. And we're just not, that's the thing. It's like, oh, why is everybody shut down? Well, we don't have the infrastructure for you, as those, for you people in the North. You people in the North deal with that stuff all the time. We don't deal with that. We get maybe 1 or 2 days typically, and then it's done. And we never have to worry. We don't have to worry about it for another year. That's usually what happens. I'd like to see you deal with 110 degree weather. I mean, yeah. But anyway, hey, we all have our, our environmental things we have to deal with. But yeah, -5 degrees where he was. Wow. Over a foot plus we had what we had before. Jeez. That's crazy. Oh yeah, yeah, Rufus, that was not me. That was definitely Cosma up there in the northeastern part of the country. And you did show me, Cosma. You did. The high temp was 2. Yeah, it's I think it's like 29 right now. I don't like it, man. It's weird. It's like I don't really like the cold, but I'd rather it be cold than hot. Or sometimes actually it's the other way around. A lot of times I'd rather it be hot than cold. I don't know. My body's weird. But yeah, everybody keep me awake. Oh, man, I don't know what it is. That's like 2 years in a row that this has happened. And I don't get it. Like I just can't sleep. It was like 5:30 in the morning this morning. I'm still awake. It's crazy. UFOs are going to come and make Melvor king. Derek, welcome. Good to see you. Movie Mike, I don't know if I actually said hi, but welcome. KP Senti, hi. Welcome. Good to see all of you guys. Yeah, yeah. Rafe better watch out. He's going to find out. The further south you go, the scarier the snow gets. I think it's more the people that you have to worry about because none of us know really how to drive in it. So, ooh, up to 25, Cosma. I mean, geez, you guys are gonna have to put on some shorts, because wow. But hey, look, we got things to talk about. I got a couple of pickups to show you, including. I think this is an Order 42 first, a live unboxing. So you're going to see the inside when I do. That sounded dirtier than I meant it to be, but you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying. We're all gonna experience it together. It's gonna be cool. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, if you're interested in physical media, you probably might have seen an unboxing of this already. But hey, that's what we're going to do tonight. If you act more like a wolf or a lion, you'll be less tired. I mean, that's true, but I don't know how you do that when you're going to sleep. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how are we supposed to know how to drive in snow? It only happens once. Exactly, KP Senti, exactly. Ricky, so I did a thing. I love my Steam Deck OLED, but I bought another ROG Ally because I miss Windows 11 Portable. Hey, you know what's funny? I just saw a thing Wario and Retro Game Core posted about a sale that Best Buy has right now on the ROG Ally. Am I right on that? I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I mean, let's be honest. Probably wrong. Where was it? I thought I just saw it. And then I was like, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. ROG Ally 7-inch, 512 gig, $449. Hey. And for those who are interested, there you go. You charging? Good. Oh, and the hiking on Saturday, we did 7 miles of a moderate. And it kicked our butt because it was so cold. And you know how like I don't know if everybody gets this. I'm sure it's a thing, right? When you're breathing heavy in the cold, it hurts. That's what was happening. My nose was running. It was terrible. And all day Saturday, I was just coughing up stuff because I was thinking, hey, let's do a hangout on Sunday. I felt like crap on Sunday, like total crap. Saturday, wife and I, we did stuff, and all that kind of thing. But Sunday, I was thinking, let's do a hangout. I couldn't. I was just sitting there just like, ugh. And then I went to sleep early and got like a ton of sleep Sunday night. Felt great yesterday. And then last night, couldn't sleep. I don't know. I just paid $4.99 2 days ago. That's what happens. It's what happens, man. Sometimes it happens. You could return it and then buy it again. Is that a thing? Can you do that? I don't know. I don't know. We get snow all the time and people still don't know how to drive in it. They confuse four-wheel drive with magic. Yeah, look, when it snows, I'm staying home. I got a rear-wheel drive car. And it's hard enough sometimes keeping that thing straight, in perfect conditions. Because man, that thing is powerful. And yeah, cold sap your energy like nothing else. It wasn't the energy, man. It was just that and I mean I can still hear it in my voice. I was coughing a lot and it was hurting like in my lungs. And it wasn't like I was sitting there like vaping the whole time either. It just hurt. So I have my 4x4 and all-wheel drive, so I'm good. I don't know about that. But hey, I wanted to just, hey, look, I talk a lot about physical media. I love my physical media, but I also love a deal, right? And there's some good deals when it comes to digital movies right now. This is over on iTunes. Look at that, Long Legs. Anybody see Long Legs? I still haven't seen it. $7.99. I thought this deal was pretty good. John Hughes, 5 movies. That's Ferris Bueller, 16 Candles, She's Having a Baby, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and Some Kind of Wonderful for $20. That's a good deal. Look at that. All the Jackass movies for $10. I mean, if you like your Jackass, And then also, this is something that Shozama, right in the center. The Three Musketeers from France. What's France, right? It was a French. Anyway, yeah, $10 for both of them, which I think is kind of cool. What else did I see? Something else that made me go, ooh. Weren't we just talking about An American Tail? Or we were talking about, what's his name? Don Bluth. An American Tail. Both American Tail movies for $10. I mean, there's a lot of sales going on right now. So there you go. So check it out. It's in every description. Every description has that. So, just saying. And I do want to bring this up. I mean, it's weird how fast the news cycle feels now. Like the Switch 2 was announced last week, right? It feels like it was like, I don't know, it feels like forever ago, but we'll still talk about it a little bit. But yeah, David Lynch. Amazing director. Here's the weird thing. I respect David Lynch a lot. I love his I loved his attitude on life. It seemed like a lot of the stuff outside of his directing is where I really enjoyed David Lynch. His movies, they were hit or miss for me. Most of the time, I just couldn't connect with him. I saw Mulholland Drive. I saw Lost Highway. I was like, I must be too stupid to get this, or I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in the right mood. But yeah, 78 years old last week. He died just days before his 79th birthday. But I mean, look, if you'd been paying attention to things, I mean, he had already said that he was directing from home. I don't know what his last project will be, but yeah, look, Blue Velvet, the Twin Peaks. I think, at least in my opinion, you got The Elephant Man. That movie was freaking great. I don't know if you saw it, like 1980, I think, but it's John Hurt and Anthony Hopkins. It's a great movie. I mean, that's a really great movie. Of course, he did Dune 1984, which I'm not a big fan of. I did see Blue Velvet. I don't really remember it. Mulholland Drive, I don't really remember it, but Lost Highway, was pretty important for me because Trent Reznor was going to do the soundtrack. It was one of the first times that he was going to do a soundtrack. So I was really excited about Lost Highway, and I'm sitting there watching it going, I don't get it. But look, you can't really argue. The man made an impact. If you didn't get to see Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans, David Lynch plays an iconic director that we might see something from later on in the show. But he plays an iconic director in. I mean, I think the movie was good, but the way that that movie ended, I loved it so much. It made me. It made me appreciate Spielberg even more because the man was having fun, and I really love it when you see somebody at the top of their game having a good time. So, and David Lynch was a big part of that in The Fablemans. So, if you haven't seen that, I'd say, and if you're a fan of Spielberg, it's kind of like, dude, you need to see that movie. Movie's good. So anyway, rest in peace, David Lynch. You were a good one, man. You were a good one. I didn't always like your movies, but man, I really respected the hell out of you. And actually, I think Criterion is showing a documentary on the Criterion channel for free, meaning you don't have to subscribe. But it's a David Lynch. What is that actually? Let me see what that is. Criterion channel. It's probably on. Well, there. I mean, he's right there on the left of the C there. Let's see. I wonder if you can just browse. There it is, celebrating David Lynch. The Art of Life. I think this is it. I'm not gonna. Oh, okay. It's gonna try to play, but yeah, you can just watch it. A rare glimpse into the mind of one of cinema's most enigmatic visionaries, David Lynch, The Art Life offers an absorbing portrait of the artist as well as an intimate encounter with the man himself. I actually do want to watch that. But anyway, there you go. And see, like a lot of these I haven't seen. Eraserhead, Inland Empire. I haven't seen that. The Grandmother. I don't know any of these. I mean, of course, Mulholland Drive, Lost Highway, Twin Peaks, which I never got into. But hey, there you go. If you're interested, you know, you maybe just be like, it's fine. But there. His kid did Boxing Helena. That was a rad flick. That's with Julian Sands and God, I can see her face. Sherilyn Fenn. She was Wild at Heart. Yeah, see, I've never seen Wild at Heart. Wild at Heart is one of those I've just never seen. I thought I did watch it at one point, but I don't know. Spencer, the UFOs are coming for Billy? I mean, maybe. And Ricky says that Long Legs sucks. And hey, there's a lot of people that like it, and there's a lot of people that don't like it. So that means I need to see it. Because I don't know what side of the tracks I'm going to be on. And that's why I love movies. That's one of the reasons why I think movies are just... I mean, look, I get it. You know, video games, books, comics, whatever, right? But it's always been movies for me because there's something about a movie that even a movie can be taken multiple different ways. Two people can be sitting right next to each other in a theater. One loves it, one hates it. There's something kind of beautiful about that. I don't know. It's art. I love it. But I want to see Longlegs. I want to see it at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. Oh, and by the way, you know, we did have quite a day yesterday in America. And all I got to say is don't panic. Don't panic. It's going to be interesting. I don't want to get into a bunch of... The only thing that I really wanted to talk about when it comes to Trump is the fact that he did promise that he was going to look into the drones. So that was kind of what I alluded to in the comment or in the title, is that, hey, I mean, he said, hey, let's look into that drone thing. And like tomorrow we're going to release it. So he might've already done it. I don't know. That's really all I want to say about it, because I mean, some of the stuff is pretty controversial. Some of it is kind of like, hey, that good on you. And then there's some stuff where you're like, I don't know if I'd do that. But hey, again, this isn't a political channel. You don't come to Order 42 for politics. Because I've always sucked at it. And yeah. So there you go. Anyway, let's see. You're buying that Jackass bundle? I know I kind of want to as well. Because seriously, just the first one is worth $10. To get all of them for that price, that's pretty awesome. So I don't know. Apparently I own them already and didn't remember I bought them. Love Eraserhead. Yeah, see, I haven't seen it. I need to see that one. Lady in the Radiator lives rent-free in my head forever. Lady in the Radiator. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Dead Man, I watched one night after I moved back to my hometown after moving away. Didn't work out. I was in my early 20s. It was 2 a.m. I had a bottle of Jack Daniel's straight and I had Nirvana. I think he produced that. At least I hope. Dead Man. Is that the one? Are you talking about Dead Man with Johnny Depp? Now I want to know. It's Jim Jarmusch. I don't see David Lynch anywhere on here. Yeah. Director of photography, Robbie Mueller. Music composed and performed by Neil Young. I don't remember that. Okay, I need to watch this movie again. I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm in a this is going to be weird, especially if you know the kind of music that I typically listen to. I'm on a Neil Young kick. And I've been listening to it started way back in like, was it 93 when Neil Young came out on stage with Pearl Jam and they sang a very, very spirited version of Rockin' in the Free World. Sorry. I was like, for some reason I was thinking Kickin'. That doesn't sound right. Rockin' in the Free World. And at that moment, because I was a fan of Pearl Jam, at that moment I was like, who is this guy? You know, and then there a couple of years later there was the Neil Young Archives, which is supposedly like a collection of all of his, you know, like from his whole the beginning of his career, you know, and throughout. And it was always something that was always in the back of my head. It was like, I need to check that out. I need to listen to that. Well, because I've been hiking, and like on Saturday we hiked for 3 hours. It ended up being about 8 miles. And 3.5 hours, or about 3 hours, whatever it was. I think it was 3 hours. But anyway, I got time to kill. And I can't listen to an audiobook. I tried it and it just doesn't work for me. I'd rather listen to music. But I've been listening to I think I have talked about this because I've been talking about the super deluxe releases of older albums. Of course, they did the Police Synchronicity, the super deluxe of that, which I actually own. But then a lot of them are on Apple Music. And so I've been listening to a bunch of those and going through like Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Listen to the super deluxe of that and was like, wow, I didn't realize how much I really like some of these Fleetwood Mac songs. And then hearing all these alternate versions and live versions and all that stuff, it's freaking cool. It's freaking cool because it's almost like here's a glimpse of all the stuff that they did in this time period. And I think that's just cool. So I did with Stone Temple Pilots. I did it with Tears for Fears. I did it with Smashing Pumpkins, Nirvana. So I'm like, let's keep going. And then I was like, holy crap, the Neil Young Archives are on Apple Music, at least the first two. And so I've been making my way through that. And there's something like, I don't know, like 9 hours each. And they're huge box sets, huge, lots of CDs and Blu-rays and all kinds of stuff. I still kind of want to buy them, but I still can't justify the cost because I'm not even that big of a Neil Young fan. But then this last week, I've been looking through Bob Dylan stuff. And so I'm looking at possibly getting into some Bob Dylan. I haven't even seen A Complete Unknown yet, but it's like, I don't know. There's something about the folk, whatever. I don't know, the folk song the folk singing, it's perfect for hiking. There's something about it. It's just perfect. Fleetwood Mac was perfect. So I was like, this is really cool. And I'm into it. So there you go. Bunch of Neil Young. And then, the Bob Dylan thing. So I was looking at Bob Dylan videos. I'm like, oh, videos. And so there's, a couple of videos from, way back in the day. And then there was one, it looked like a new thing. And it looked like a bunch of people on stage. Well, apparently it was some anniversary concert. And you had Eric Clapton on stage. You had Tom Petty on stage, who I love. I love Tom Petty. I've always loved Tom Petty. There was, I don't even remember who's all on it, but Neil Young's there. And then Bob Dylan joins in and they're all saying, it was cool. It was a cool video. And I'm like, that's really neat. So I kind of feel like all of these artists are kind of interlinked, and it kind of makes me want to just hear more. So I don't know. Anyway. Sorry. The Fog is only $4.99. I liked The Fog, but it's also one of those movies where I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I mean, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it, but it's fine. Drunken Master 1 is only $4.99. Drunken Master 2 is directed by Lau Kar Leung, who I've been watching a lot of his movies on the Shaw Brothers classics. So, there you go. Don't blame me. I voted for Dukakis. That was a while ago, man. Dukakis. If we find out this week that UFOs actually exist, I'll eat my pee. I'm not sure how you do that. The Jackass 7 movie collection, I thought it was 4. Yeah, 4 movies, which is, I think it's Jackass, Jackass 2, Jackass 2.5, and then Jackass 3, if I'm not mistaken. And that's $10. Upper left-hand corner. Way over there. Way over there in the corner. And this John Wayne Essential Westerns is actually pretty good too. I can't remember the movies that are on it. Here. This won't work, but I'll tell you. I'll tell you which ones. True Grit, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, The Shootist, The Sons of Katie Elder, and Big Jake. I mean, I would say True Grit and The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance are probably worth the $15. And then if you get 3 other movies. And here's the thing, man. John Wayne is another one where it's like, that dude had some opinions, and some of them weren't great, but made some good movies, It's very strange. And then, of course, look, I don't want to get into the Neil Gaiman thing, but man, wow. It's been hard. It's been hard to understand exactly where I stand with all of that. So, I mean, they're still sitting on my shelf. I love The Sandman. But wow. Just wow. Talking about the word wild, have you ever heard or seen Into the Wild? It's not bad. Yeah, that's Emil Hirsch. True story, based on a true story. I did see that. And Eddie Vedder does the soundtrack for that, where he's basically singing he does all the music, I think, in that movie. That's a good movie. That's one of those, again, it's a one watcher for me. I'm glad I watched it. I remember it. Yes, Emil Hirsch, very good. Don't need to watch it again. But it's not the first time I've made that mistake. Sorry, I swear I heard that somewhere. Spencer, it's not a big deal. And plus, anytime that we can get somebody to go, hey, Johnny Depp in a black and white cowboy movie with, let's see, let me just read off the cast here. Gary Farmer. Not sure who that is. Actually, Gary Farmer might be Nobody, right? I'm Here with Nobody. Lance Henriksen, Michael Wincott, Eugene Bird, Millie Avital, not sure, Crispin Glover, Iggy Pop, Billy Bob Thornton, Jared Harris, Gabriel Byrne, John Hurt, Alfred Molina, and a special appearance by Robert Mitchum. This movie's cool. I really, really enjoyed this movie. And yeah, Robbie Mueller. I was gonna look him up. Uh, Who? Who? He did something recently that I really enjoyed. Let's see. Cinematographer. Robbie Mueller. Oh, Paris, Texas. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. Yeah, it has to be. Oh, he also did Ghost Dog. If you ever saw, do you ever see Ghost Dog? Huh? That's a good one. Forrest Whitaker. Oh, another Jim Jarmusch film. Yeah, good movie. If you haven't seen that, give it a shot. For some reason, I just had Ace Ventura in my head. Go ahead, snoop around. But yeah, you should totally watch that movie. It's good. Did I buy any Trump coin? I did not. And I don't have any. What do you call it? Currency, electronic currency. I don't have any of it. I don't have any Bitcoin. I don't have any poop coin, Dogecoin, tit coin. Is that a thing? I don't know. But no, I don't have any of those. No. If you like Neil Young, you'll love the soundtrack. It's like acid western. It's amazingly ambient and haunting, especially if you have a few sippy poos of that beer. Well, here's the thing. I haven't seen that in a long time. In fact, the last time I probably watched that was when I bought it. So no telling. Oh, nope. No receipt in there. So I don't know. I don't even know when I bought this. So it's been a while. That's definitely a good one. Watch Dead Man with Surround. You know what? I can guarantee you I did not watch this in surround. Oh, well, it's only in 2.0 stereo. So. But yeah, it would still be good. If you like Bob Dylan, have you watched I'm Not There, where several actors, actresses play Bob Dylan? Oh, well, that's the thing. I've never been into Bob Dylan at all. The only reason that I started looking into it is because, look, I know I get crap for this, but I'm a pretty big fan of Timothée Chalamet, however you freaking say his freaking name. I don't know. All I know is I like him. And I think the dude has so much talent. He's probably, of his age group, there's no other actor that has his range. That dude is so good. So I've been really excited to see A Complete Unknown. I still haven't gotten around to seeing it. But because of that, and I knew that, he was doing it, and I knew that Bob Dylan was a thing, and then I started getting into Neil Young, and I'm like, okay, I need to look into Bob Dylan, because I mean, the only thing that I really knew of him was people making fun of him, all that stuff. It's all I really knew. And then of course, Knocking on Heaven's Door, I knew that was his song. And then when I started listening, I'm like, oh yeah, I have heard this song before. I didn't realize that was Bob Dylan. And then the more that I kind of delved into it, the more I was like, okay, I'm into this. I definitely want to do it, but I want to get through Neil. It's almost like I'm putting stuff in my path, right? That I'm going to be listening to, because we're going to be doing, again, I know I've mentioned this a lot, 24 miles in one day across the Grand Canyon, rim to mother freaking rim. It's going to be a challenge. So I'm going to need, and we're ramping up. In fact, this weekend is going to be kind of a light week, but that's because next week we're going to do 13 miles, which is probably going to take us, we usually do about 3 miles an hour. So you're looking at probably 4.5, 5 hours because of breaks and all that stuff, having to go to the restroom. Hey, let's stop and eat a protein cookie or something. You know what I mean? It's going to take some time. 13 miles. So yeah, I've got a lot of time to kind of go through somebody's, especially something like that, the Neil Young archives. There's so much. It's so long, and there's so much information to kind of take in. I like it. It's one of the things. When I first, this is going back a bit, okay, but way back in the day with Napster, and then what was it, BearShare and LimeWire and all those, right? I would download an artist's entire discography, right? Everything they'd ever recorded, and I'd just listen to all of it. I did that with AC/DC. I did that with Led Zeppelin. Just artists I'd never paid much attention to, but I wanted to kind of take it in. I realized that yes, I'm a pretty big AC/DC fan. I'm not a huge Led Zeppelin fan, but I do appreciate Led Zeppelin. But I listen to everything. And so Bob Dylan is one of those where it's kind of like a gap in my music knowledge or whatever. And it's not that I'm that big of a music guy. I really hadn't been in the last 20 years. I just haven't been. Listen to a lot of electronic stuff and ambient stuff. But I'm really enjoying this journey that I've kind of put in front of me. So once I get through the Neil Young archives, I've got Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion, their super deluxe version. I went and saw Guns N' Roses with Billy and Jay, and that was cool. That was really, really cool. And Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 were, I definitely listened to those albums quite a bit, but to listen to all the alternate versions and then the live stuff, it's gonna be really fun. So that's gonna be a good one to go through. And then after that, who knows? Maybe Bob Dylan at that point. I don't know. I don't know if I've actually added anything after that. But it's basically, I've got it's not like a playlist. It's just, hey, I'm going to go through this album, then I'm going to go through this one. And I'm really digging the super deluxe format because I like hearing alternate versions. Like, dude, there was one version of Wrapped Around Your Finger, which was the song that got me into the Police, that I'd never heard before, on this here super deluxe, this guy right here. You can kind of see it. It's white. That's awesome. And I'd never heard that version before. And I'm sitting there going, where's this been? Because this is great. So I love it. Anyway. But no, I have not seen I'm Not There. Going back to what you said. Sorry. Drunken Master 2 is amazing. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's good stuff. The covers look like Jackass 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, it's 1, 2, because I don't think, is there a 4? I thought it was 1, 2, 2.5, and 3. And 2.5 was basically kind of like a 3. But it was recorded around the same time as 2. I could be wrong. I don't know. Should I click on it? Let's click on it. And it opens up over here in Apple TV Plus or Apple TV app. Jackass. Okay, no, you're right. Jackass the movie, Jackass number 2, Jackass 3, and Jackass Forever. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I ever saw Jackass 3. Interesting. Look up Jackass 7 movie collection on Amazon. Buck more and more movies. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. I think The Shootist is overlooked a lot. Good flick. Yeah, I don't remember The Shootist. I went through, just like I do with music, where I'm basically like going through somebody's discography. I'll go through a director's filmography, or if there's an actor I really like, I'll go through their filmography. And so yeah, I don't know if I've seen it, but I went through a Western kick where I was watching so many Westerns. It was crazy. And then I got into a World War II flick where I was watching all the World War II movies I never saw. And it was really cool. Buccio, welcome Buccio. Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, you're right. You guarantee you didn't watch it in surround. Well, there you go. I've seen Dead Man literally 17 million times. Okay, maybe not 17 million, but a lot of times. Well, I mean, that's fair. That's more times than Cena and Flair have won the title. Yeah. I still download discographies. Well, I mean, there you go. I got to a point, and I know this is a controversial subject. You know, people are like, "Oh, don't tell me how to live." It's just me, okay? It's just me. But once I got to the point where I could afford to pay for those things, it made it impossible for me to take it. Apple Music is, I don't even know how much Apple Music is because it's part of my Apple One, whatever it is, where it's got a bunch of stuff in it that my wife and family use. Anyway, I got Apple Music, and Apple Music just has all the music there. So it's kind of hard for me to go, well, I think I'll just go download it for free. I don't need to. And that's kind of what Netflix was for a while. It was like, man, it just had everything. And you were like, why do I need to buy movies? And now it's splintered and not as great. Rob, with this hiking, training for the Moab 240, I don't know what that is. But you're scaring me a little bit. 240 sounds like a lot. But it's kind of like, you know, here's the other thing, okay? About the whole hiking thing. I've never been one of those that, you know, like, give me a pat on the back for the things I did, right? No judgment if you do this, okay? I'm not trying to make you feel whatever. But like the people that put the, you know, the numbers on the back of their car, oh, I did a marathon. Okay, good for you. What have you done for the planet? Or, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that you, just trying to say, it's one of those things where it's like, yay me. And I know it gives you a sense of pride. But, and I guess in a way you could say, well, Rob, you're on YouTube. You're streaming to people and you're talking about yourself. So how is that different? I guess it isn't. I don't know. I've just never been one of those people that are like, when I'm out in public going, hey, look at me. I don't know. That being said, when we do the rim to rim, because it will happen, when we're done, I'll probably get a shirt or whatever that says, hey, I did the rim to rim and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. I'll probably do it. I'll probably get it. You know? But I don't know. Shozama, welcome. Had a dinner sandwich, took a shower, gonna get to 65 here by Saturday. Was 18 this morning. I've been up since 4:30. Oh my God, Shozama. I think I was still up at 5:30 because I couldn't sleep. I don't know what's wrong with me. Bob Dylan is a deep rabbit hole to dive into. A lot of material there. Yeah, and I mean, I saw this thing on Amazon, and it's okay. So I know bits and pieces, okay, but I know that he was very folky, and he was kind of known for being folky. And then in 1966, he decides to go electric, and when that happened, people went nuts. People like they hated it, you know, and they were just, ooh, you know, whatever. Well, on Amazon, there's this CD set of his tour in 1966, and it's got all of these different, like the different live shows that he did, and it's something like 32 CDs or something crazy. And I'm like, I know that the sets are going to be very, very similar, but that's the kind of stuff I like. I like going through stuff like that and listening to the different versions and the different, oh wow, they lost a little bit of time in that part. Like I love listening to like Pearl Jam has a ton of live CDs, and it's really cool hearing the different sound, you know, over the years. It's just something that's cool to me. I mean, dude, I still have never gone down that rabbit hole with all the Pearl Jam live albums, but, and I know there's some people that are like, Pearl Jam sucks. I love Pearl Jam. I always have. I shouldn't say that. 10 was a seminal album. Yeah, I know I'm using that word. It was an album that was like so important to my youth, right? Then 10 came out. I mean, I'm sorry, 10 was out, then Versus came out. And Versus was kind of like this is odd. I mean, it's still pretty cool, but it's odd. There's not as many bangers on this album though, right? And then Vitology comes out. And you're like, what is going on? Why are they being all folky? Well, they continued that, but there's something about it that I really dig now as I've gotten older. So there you go. Steven Spielberg is filming a new UFO movie. Oh, yes, Billy. Oh, yes. And I'm excited for it. I don't know anything about it. I don't think there's any actual news surrounding that yet, other than, hey, he's working on it. But yeah, I would be very excited to see what happens with that. For sure. Did I miss any movie stuff? Nah, not really. We've just been catching up. And Oscar Perez, welcome. Hey, Robin Chat, stopping in while on break to hang for a few. Did I miss the UFO and aliens conversation? No, not really. I'll say this about the egg video from this weekend. I'll just say this. I found it interesting. I found what he was saying interesting. But to me, that is it's like, it's like, how do I explain this? Okay, let's say there's a band that you think, hey, this person will really like this band. Do you start playing B-sides to them and rarities? No, you give them the hits first. You give them the greatest hits, right? To me, everything that happened on Saturday was kind of like a B-side to me. It's not gonna convert a skeptic into a believer. And the way that they were building it up is where I have the biggest problem, because they were building it up as if, like, I thought, okay, is it possible that Saturday night I'm going to be getting calls from family and friends going, hey, explain this to me. What the hell is this? Right? And getting like all freaked out because it's like, okay, my world has just been blown open. No, that's not what happened. And the way that it was built up was just it was too much. It was too much for me. And then he gets mad, Ross Coldheart did like a thing where he was kind of like, this isn't entertainment. Well, you really built it up to be something a lot bigger than it was. You overpromised and you underdelivered. That's really what happened, at least in my opinion. And it's not going to convert anybody. A very grainy, odd video of a UFO being suspended from a helicopter that you can't really see any detail, and then it just drops on the ground, and then that's it. It wasn't flying around. It wasn't, open, and people were going inside of it. There was nothing on the ground that showed any sort of scale. So I don't know how big this thing was. Was this as big as, this? Or was it freaking 16 feet long? I have no idea. And it's just one of those things that's very frustrating, because it's like, I know that I get the feeling that Ross Coldheart is one of those guys who his heart's in the right place. But man, having it on News Nation and doing all that crap, man, it was too much for me. And it was way overblown. I mean, seriously, I thought about going live when the thing went live, because I thought it was just going to be a YouTube video, but it ended up being on News Nation, like cable. And so I found a stream that was watching it and watched it that way. All I'm trying to say is I was really pumped about it and was severely let down. So, yeah. UFO egg. That's a lot of jackass. I don't know if I need all that jackass, I don't know if I need it all. And Vinny, welcome, Vinny. Carbonite, also, welcome. Good to see all of you. It's good to see all of you. But hey, before we get into the news, let's show off, let's why don't we do the pickups first? Because I'm kind of excited to show off the pickups. Okay, I talked about David Lynch, rest in peace. I talked about how he plays a role of a very famous director in The Fabelmans, Steven Spielberg's kind of autobiography, kind of. Well, this week I picked up in 4K The Searchers from Warner Archive, their first 4K release. Warner's Archive's first 4K release. Now, I have this digitally. I've had it for a long time, but I've never owned a physical copy of it. The iTunes version is HD only. So I was like, this is going to be really interesting to pop in and see what this is like. Oh my God. This movie from 1956, right? It is 1956, right? Pretty sure it's 1956. This movie looks insane. Like, if you're a fan of this movie and you have a 4K Blu-ray player, you've got to get this. You've got to get this. This looks unbelievable. Like, I cannot believe. I mean, I was sitting there I was shocked at the color, at the clarity. It looked so good. And you got Warner. I mean, it's Warner Archive, man. And I got to say it. Yeah, I want Warner Archive to release all the things because this is so good. Now, I didn't watch the whole thing. I only watched the first 30 minutes or so, but absolutely insane. There's not much to it. It's a pretty, it's the movie. But I think there are some special features on the Blu-ray, but I didn't get that far. Oh yeah. There you go. Featurette: The Searchers in Appreciation, 1996 documentary, A Turning of the Earth, John Ford, John Wayne and the Searchers. Archival introduction by John Wayne's son. The Searchers feature commentary by director John Ford, biographer Peter Bogdanovich. I think that's how you say it. He passed away recently. He's also kind of an amazing director too. And wasn't he in The Sopranos? Anyway, actor too. Vintage behind the camera segments from the Warner Brothers Presents TV series, outtakes, and the original trailer. There's the back. Come on now. Come on. There you go. You can see all of the special features there. Absolutely fantastic. So this is like highest recommendation. If you've never seen The Searchers, you need to see it. It's a great movie. John Ford, the director, amazing. So, Searchers. Very cool. Very cool. Then, yesterday, I was searching around on Barnes & Noble because there's a 50% off sale going on at Arrow. Or for Arrow Films. And there was a movie that was recently released that I kind of was like, I'll pick it up at some point. But then I thought, you know what? I should just go buy it. If it's there, I should go buy it. And I looked at my local Barnes & Noble. Didn't have it. Looked at one a little bit further and then they had it. So I went and got it. I bought it with my money. Inglourious Bastards still has the $59.99 price in 4K, the new release. Still sealed. I haven't opened it yet. I've got it started so we can open it up together. But here's the thing. This is not my favorite Tarantino film, but I have heard a lot of good things about this. And I have it on Blu-ray. I want to get the Kill Bills. I want to get Jackie Brown. I want to get Reservoir Dogs. Because I think the last time I have Reservoir Dogs is on... Yeah, I have DVD. I don't have the Blu-ray for that. So, let's crack into this, shall we? Dude, there's something about a brand new release that you get to open it up and see for the first time. It's just cool. Arrow has also been doing this. Instead of having just a, like a book cover thing, they have the slipcase. Ooh, gosh, that's tight. Here we go. Got it started. Operation Kino. So this is supposedly a reproduction of the book that Mike Myers' character is holding. And then that's what's inside. And you get, let's see. First up, a coaster. It smells like paint. Very painty. Anyway, there you go. If you've seen the movie, you know what that means. And then on the inside, you have the poster with the new key art that they've done for this era release. Come on. Come on. There you go. Right? And then on the back, you have the original poster art. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Let's fold this wrench back up. Very cool. Not a huge poster guy. Don't really need it. But then, this is the book that comes in it, which is kind of neat. Looks like a vintage book from back in the day. Man, that smell, that new, it smells like paint. Like, you remember, like, back in, like, elementary school, when they'd paint a hallway or something, and they'd have it blocked off, but you could smell that paint? That's what it smells like. It's weird. Let's see, you got Revenge of the Giant Face, Talking Inglourious Bastards by Dennis Casalio and Bill Ryan, about the presentation and production credits. So you've got, there's the Operation Kino book being held by Mike Myers. Christoph Waltz, amazing performance. Margariti, right? Man, this movie is good. This movie is really good. I do like it quite a bit. Man, so good. So good. And I keep forgetting Michael Fassbender. It's like one of his first big movies, like big roles. But yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, nice book. And then here, let me get all this stuff together there. And I believe that here's all the extras, by the way. A ton of extras. What's funny is, I guess it was 2 days ago, I saw a video that was comparing Universal's 4K release with this. And this guy was going on and on about how this one is like the definitive blah, blah, blah. This one's so good. Okay. I looked on Blu-ray.com and they were basically saying, yeah, this guy is full of crap because it's the exact same transfer. The only difference is that the Arrow release is using a higher bit rate, so it should look better than the Universal release. But I've also heard that the special features disc on here doesn't work great with the Panasonic 4K players, which means I might not be able to watch the special features disc on the Panasonics. Good thing I have a PlayStation 5. I still have my Sony, my cheapy Sony. I should be able to watch the Blu-ray. No problem. But also, reversible art. So yeah, I'm putting since it's in this box, I will put the original art. Yes. But on the inside, you do get the feature. You do get the extras. No, it's not like a Blu-ray version of the movie is included. But let's get all the other stuff out here. Let's see. Art cards. Show off the... just gorgeous, right? Oh, that's upside down. And then... yeah. And then you get a recipe card for the apple strudel. And it's actually kind of neat. I didn't notice that. So, art card, right? And then on the back are the sort of the character posters they did. So, with this one, you get her. Gorgeous. Really like it. And then Christoph Waltz and Christoph Waltz. Pretty cool. I like it. And then you get an ad for the Cell. And go watch Arrow. Okay. And then you get this thing, which is I'm guessing the fake movies on the inside. It's pretty neat. The Landa. Pretty cool, man. I mean, this is a cool release. Now, I don't know if it's definitive, all that stuff. All I can say is I've never owned it in 4K before, and I gotta say I'm pretty happy with what I got here. Everybody that I've seen says that this is a pretty good release. So, yeah. Inglourious Bastards from Arrow in 4K. Whatever is this? I guess this is a limited edition. So I got the limited thing, and I got it for half price at Barnes and Noble. And here's what's weird too is when on Barnes and Noble's website, they will show, if you pick a store, it'll say, hey, it's in stock at your store or whatever. It said it was in stock. I got there and there was probably 6 Arrow releases on the wall. It was mostly Criterion that they had out. Not many Arrow at all. And I'm like, dude, what the hell's going on? Did somebody come in here and buy everything? Why can't I find this? So I go to the lady and I'm like, hey, this shows that it's in stock in your store, but it's not here. Can you help me? She's like, yeah. And we found it on a cart that was out on the floor that they haven't put everything out. So there you go. Inglourious Bastards in 4K, Arrow release. Beautiful. I love it. So there you go. Inglourious Bastards. No, it wasn't $60. It was half price. So I got it for $30. That's why I went ahead and got it. Is because I was like, okay, I kind of want this, but I know this is not going to be $30 past like next week. So there you go. There you go. Personally, I believe I need all the Jackass. Well, there you go. And yeah, Carbonite. Me too. I thought Full Disclosure was coming. I thought so too. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was just a bummer. It was a bummer. The first season of Jackass was mostly CKY footage. Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. But yeah. Panorama Technicolor. Yes. VistaVision. Right? Yeah, VistaVision. Searchers, man. Man, I'm telling you. This is beautiful. It really is. And it was around, I think both of these, studio release, Arrow release, these are the same price. Yeah, these were both $30. But I had to go ahead and get it, man. I had to show my support for Warner Archive because I love what they're doing. And I want more. I want more classic movies in 4K like this that I'm just sitting there watching going, oh my God. It was fantastic, man. It really is fantastic. I was not aware Arrow did a release of Inglourious Bastards. I should pick that up. Yeah, it came out just a couple of weeks ago. So yeah. But like I said, if you go to Barnes & Noble's website, this is not available to order online. It's like out of stock online, but stores have them. So, do your find a store or whatever, pick your store, then go into the movie and see if it says in stock. And if it does, then I'd say call them up and say, hey, I see that you have this in stock. Can you hold it for me? I'm on my way. Because I've actually done that before too. I did it with Black Hat. Black Hat, which is... Here's the question. Because I saw Ferrari. Is Ferrari my least favorite Michael Mann movie, or is Black Hat? I don't know. I own both of them, but not a fan. I need to pick up Thief, when it's coming out on 4K from Criterion very soon. I want to pick up Thief because I love James Caan, love Michael Mann. And then I'd like to see Manhunter in 4K. Yeah. But yeah. I have zero interest in westerns, but Elliot Cohen convinced me with his review and added the searchers to my wish list. Elliot Cohen, man, that's who I would say he's probably the one that started me on my little. I wouldn't say all the way. No, I was already buying stuff, but man, his YouTube channel is. Hello, dear viewer. Yeah, that dude's good. I like him. I also really, I mean, I've been watching lately. I've watched every episode of the last probably 6 months of Let's Get Physical Media over on Robert Meyer Burnett's channel, because man, he goes through all the announcements of the week, all the new, and both of them, they buy so much physical media that it makes me showing this stuff off like it's child's play. They have stacks every week, and I'm like, how can you guys afford this? Because that's expensive. Some of these sets are, 60, 70, 80 bucks. I think Rob got both the conversation, the studio canal conversation with the audio cassette and all that stuff, the big bad crazy special edition. That was like $100, $80 to $100, something like that. Then he got The Third Man, the Orson Welles classic, The Third Man. He gets so much stuff, and it's crazy. And then, he I wouldn't say he's sponsored by Lionsgate Limited, but he wrote some columns for their website and has been promoting them. And then he got all the steelbooks, the recent steelbooks. So he got Kill Bill 1 and 2, Jackie Brown, and Reservoir Dogs all in steelbook. He got them all. And I'm like, that's what? 30, 60, 90, that's $120 right there. I think. No. 40, 80, 120, like $150. And he just got it sent to him. And then he's got some deal with Kino Lorber, and they send him everything they release every month to show off. And it's like, oh, and Serial at Midnight, of course, is another great channel if you're interested in physical media. He tends to focus more on the older releases or the older movies. I think that's where his love is. But I think he just loves movies, period. He's like us, just loves movies. But he's got so much stuff. And he gets Kino Lorber, he gets Umbrella, Imprint. I don't know if he gets sent Arrow stuff or if he buys those. I don't know how much he buys, but holy crap, he shows off a lot of stuff every couple of weeks. He's got this video of this big stack of stuff, and I'm like, wow. But yes, Elliot Cohen's awesome. Boutique Blu-ray, I think, is... What's his channel? Elliot Cohen. I don't know. Boutique. Oh my God, I can't spell. Boutique Blue with Elliot Cohen. Bam. You know what? I should subscribe on my Order 42. There you go. Bam. But yeah. But he goes over so much good stuff. He's really good. He goes over his favorite Arrow. They just released Demolition Man. Oh, there's that Searchers. And see, like, dude, he got sent that Never-Ending Story from Imprint. That's nuts, man. And look at that Hitchcock, Hitchcock The Beginning. I want that set. I want the freaking Frank Capra set that's like, I don't even know how much, but it's 25 movies. Yeah. His is more definitely like more arty stuff, but I do appreciate his channel quite a bit. Not that he needs the help. He's got 34,000 subscribers. So he's got, 10 times the subscribers I have? But there you go. Let's see. So you already own it. You just spent 60 more on it and you haven't watched it. Relatable. Well, I mean, dude, I'm still making my way through all the other stuff I've purchased. That's why like right now I'm steadily making my way, which we're going to show off a couple things that I've watched this week. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going through. But again, I had the Blu-ray. This is the 4K. So it is quite a bit more. And the Arrow release does have new interview with editor Fred Raskin, a new interview with special makeup effects supervisor Greg Nicotero, a new interview with actor Omar Doom, a new visual essay by film critic Walter Chaw, author of a Walter Hill film, a new visual essay by film scholar Pamela Hutchinson, author of BFI Film Classics Pandora's Box, a new interview with film scholar Christine Latour. I don't know. I'm probably butchering it. Author of Continental Films, French Cinema Under German Control. And then most of the rest of this, I believe, is all on the Blu-ray. So, yeah. But I don't know. Like, Vinny, that's up to you, man. You know, that's up to you. If you want to upgrade it, it's kind of, this is a good time to do it. Because it's $30, you know, instead of 60 or probably be like 45 or whatever when they come back in stock. But a lot of places are already out of stock of this. That's why I felt obliged, since it was in stock at my, you know, at a store that was relatively close to me. I decided, yeah, I should probably go ahead and pick that up. And I did. I spent my fat, dirty American dollars on it. I don't know why I keep saying that. Like, what makes American money dirtier than other? I don't know. I picked up Demolition Man and Tremors 2 for the Arrow sale. Also got Strange Darling from Orbit DVD. Vinny, did you see Strange Darling or was it a blind buy? Here's my question. Was it a blind buy because of what I said or had you already seen it? Because I'm serious, man. Strange Darling is one of those movies where I'm like, I'm pissed off that it's not getting the attention. I mean, dude, it's not getting the attention that I think it deserves. It is it's my favorite movie that I saw last year. Now, granted, I haven't seen Honora. I haven't seen A Complete Unknown. I haven't seen The Brutalist. In fact, there's a ton of movies I haven't seen. But I'm curious what you think about it, Vinny, because yeah, I loved it. I love it. Very nice set. I am tempted. I mean, it's a nice set. It's a nice set. You have to set your expectations firmly where they need to be, right? It's a 4K upgrade from the Blu-ray. And this is at least in my mind, it's a better version of the 4K than the original Universal, because the original Universal was using a 66 gig disc. This is using a 100 gig disc, which means the bit rate will be higher, which means it should look better. But I mean, it's up to you, you know. I did see The Substance, Shozama. I did see it. I reviewed it on this here stream. Not this one. Like this one in particular, but I did watch it. I enjoyed it. I don't think it's, I think in my opinion, the last, hashtag no spoilers, okay? No spoilers on The Substance. But I think that I really enjoyed where it was going. And then it's almost like they were like, you know what? Let's just go insane. And they went insane for that last portion of the movie. And some people love that. And some people are kind of like, I don't know. I kind of feel like it lost a little bit. It felt like it was too much. It was just that one step too far for me. I did enjoy the movie. I think if Demi Moore wins her first Best Actress Oscar for this, I will not be angry, because her performance is great. And it's the perfect storm of, you've got an actress who's been out of the spotlight for a long time, playing an actress who's been out of the spotlight for a long time, who's being replaced, who feels like she doesn't have anything to offer or whatever, given a chance to basically relive the glory days. It's a perfect storm for her. And if she wins it, it'll be one of the best stories to come out of the Oscars, because I think Demi Moore has been killing it for a very long time. And a lot of people disagree with me on G.I. Jane. I think she's great in that. I think in A Few Good Men, she's got a couple of lines that are delivered very matter-of-factly that I don't like. But there are other lines where I'm like, dude, she's really killing it right here. I think Tom Cruise is great in that. But that movie was all, I mean, granted, it's kind of hard to not be overshadowed by Jack Nicholson and that speech. But man, what a fantastic movie A Few Good Men was. And Demi Moore's a big part of that. So, I don't know. I think Demi Moore is one of those that I appreciate her more now than I did when she was a big thing, She's great. She's really good. She's really good. So, Manhunter is so good. A lot of people don't know about that first appearance of Hannibal Lecter in a film. Yeah. Played by Brian Cox from Succession. Yes. Really, really cool stuff. And there are things that I really like about the way that he played Lecter. It's weird how like Anthony Hopkins played him more like almost like a snake that it's toying with its prey. Brian Cox's version was different, and I really appreciated. And I only saw Manhunter recently, because I went on a Michael Mann kick and was watching a bunch of Michael Mann films. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Definitely worth watching. You have 10 times the subscribers I have. Well, I mean, yeah. Blind buy because of you and others' reviews. Okay, well, Vinny, I definitely want to know what you think. Definitely want to know what you think. You haven't seen Sonic 3, so you can't say the other was your favorite movie of 2024 yet. Well, I haven't seen any of the Sonic movies. But anyway, well, why don't we get into not the news just yet, but let's just really quickly, briefly go over some of the stuff that I watched this week. So, first up, Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew finished last Tuesday, during the stream. And I gotta say, I really liked it. I really like this show. It's not one of those shows that has it's not important for the lore, and it's not gonna like completely reinvigorate Star Wars. But it took an idea that, or they came up with an idea in the Star Wars universe that really had nothing to do with anything, and they just had fun. And I gotta say, I think they did a good job. And I'll say this, it looks better than almost all the other shows. Andor is the only one that I think looks better and is a complete package. Skeleton Crew is really, really good, though. I thought the kids were great. I thought Jude Law was great. I feel like it kind of ended... One of my bigger issues is that there are a couple of points where it feels like the tone isn't what I prefer, like it gets a little too kiddie in a couple of spots, but then the next episode I was right back in it, so it was no big thing. And I also feel like it ended with kind of like that's it, okay. But I really like this show. And if you've been putting it off and you like Star Wars, and you really kind of have to think of it as it really is a Goonies style adventure in Star Wars. And if you can think of it that way and that sounds fun to you, watch it. Because I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really, really fun time. And again, nothing lore breaking, and it wasn't trying to, give you hit you over the head with some message. It was just telling a good story and having fun. So there you go. That's my take. Oops. We already showed that. We already showed you Elliot. But no, I really enjoyed that one. Um, so yeah, I hope we get a season 2, but I don't think it's gonna happen because apparently, as far as viewership, it didn't do too well. But oh, I gotta put my receipt in the box. I'll do that later. So the next movie or the next thing that I watched. This is a movie that I've had for a while. I just never got around to watching it. So I decided to watch it. 2001, 4K, Space Odyssey. Look, this is going to be one of those where, like, my wife hates this movie. She can't stand it. In fact, when we watched it, she made me in the second half or after the intermission, which is kind of funny because this movie's like 2.5 hours and there's an intermission. Let's hashtag bring back intermissions. Oh, wait, we're not supposed to use hashtags anymore. Whatever, Elon. Anyway, 2001, really great movie. I love this movie. The second half, she made me play it in 1.5 speed because she was like, I can't take this. And now watching it again, it made me realize I know why she doesn't like it. It's the sound. She can't stand 10 minutes of the breathing sounds in a helmet or an alarm going off or whatever. She just can't stand that stuff. She doesn't like repetitive noises. So yeah, this movie's not going to be for her. But I love this movie. This movie's great. First time I watched it, I was kind of like, I mean, okay. Second time I watched it, I got a little more appreciation for it. Third time I watched it, I loved it. And this is probably my 6th or 7th time watching this movie. I love it. Stanley Kubrick, man, what a storyteller. It's great. It's great. So yeah, 2001, A Space Odyssey. And I'll tell you this, if you, for some reason, you're like, 2010, the year we make contact, I don't know. It's good. And it's got a great cast. It's got Helen Mirren and Roy Scheider and John Lithgow and Bob Balaban. Bob Balaban, right? It was really good. It was really good. It's not as it's more of a straightforward sort of a mainstream story. It's not so what do you call it? Like tone poem-y. Because really, let's be honest. 2001, there are big stretches with no dialogue, and you're just watching things play out. You know what I'm saying. 2010 is not like that. It's more straightforward story, more mainstream story. I really enjoyed it. This Bob Balaban, right? Hold on. Oh. So I guess I can put this in the old box because I don't need to display the Blu-ray anymore. Is there anything good in here? No. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, 2010, the year we make contact. Roy Scheider, John Lithgow, Helen Mirren, Bob freaking Balaban, Peter Hyams. So if you're thinking Bob Balaban, okay, first off, Bob Balaban is one of those actors. Every time I see him in something, I'm like, yeah, I like that guy. He's been around a very, very, very long time. He was Francis Truffaut's interpreter in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Most recently, he was in Severance. He's in the first episode of the second season of Severance, which I didn't put on the list that I watched it, but I did watch the first episode and was kind of like, okay, cool. Let's see what's next, right? An amazing shot though at to start off the season. I mean, like, kind of a mind blowing, long take. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, 2001 and 2010, great flicks. And then I also watched the season finale of Silo. Wraith. Happy birthday, Wraith. Happy birthday. Do we need to sing happy birthday to Wraith? All right, let's go. Real quick. Everybody sing happy birthday to Wraith. You ready? Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Wraith. I don't know why I did that. Almost like Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson? Marilyn Monroe. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, Wraith. Um. So yeah, there you go. We look. Here's the thing. I'm not a big, huge birthday guy. As far as for me, like when people sing "Happy Birthday" to me, I'm kind of like, it just makes me feel weird. But I want to celebrate y'all's birthdays. If you're a birthday guy, hey, let's all celebrate you together. Let's do it. That's what we do. We support people here. We support other, YouTubers and all that stuff. Hey, we support the viewers. Let's do it. Anyway. Okay. Let's go back for a second. Random thing I saw today on X, Target is seemingly doing away with physical media. So, Best Buy is already done. So Target's not going to be doing any more physical media on their website. That's kind of a bummer. Because every now and then I got some good deals from Target when they would do their deals. But then again, that's probably why they're stopping. They're like, okay, well, nobody's really buying anything unless it's on sale, and it's just not a moneymaker for us. So let's just not do that anymore. That sucks. You've never seen 2001, Ricky? Well, let me tell you this. I'm not trying to tell you what you will and will not like. But I'm not sure if 2001 is going to be up your alley. You may not like it, but you never know. You've surprised me. You watch Seven Samurai and you watch, you know what I mean? So I think it's a movie that if you like movies, you need to see it. If nothing else than to just say, oh my God, this movie was made in 1968. Wow. It blew everything. Anything sci-fi, it blew it away. The special effects were, just, oh my God. It blew people away. And you might be sitting there going, wow, why are they showing all of this off? It's because no one had done anything like it before. That movie is, it's considered a classic for a reason. So give it a shot. I think they often change your planograms. A few months ago, the K-pop CDs were gone off the floor for books, and they were still getting new releases. I saw that movie. Oh, yeah, I don't know if that thing is true about Target. They could be just stopping their online stuff, which, again, granted, my Target had one end cap with, I think, the most titles they could fit on this end cap. It's a small end cap. Was probably between 15 and 24, something like that. 18 to 24 at max. 18 to 24 titles, and all the ones that they had were all kids movies. There were no current releases on there. I think they might have had Beetlejuice, but it was on Blu-ray, I think. And that was the last time I saw physical media at my local Target. Now, here's the other thing. I don't go to Target a whole lot because it's kind of far away. For the amount of, or for the kind of stuff that we buy, it just doesn't make sense because there's a Walmart really close by. I hate Walmart, but it's closer and cheaper. So it's hard to argue. And one of my biggest issues with Walmart was, why are there so many customers here and 2 people checking people out? That sucks. But then they opened up their what do you call them? The self-checkouts. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I know that there's the people, why should I work for you? Blah, blah, blah. I get it. I understand. But I'm faster than their checkers anyway. So, because I'm awesome. No, it's because I was a cashier for many years. So I'm quick at it. So I'd rather do it myself anyway, because I don't have to have. Another thing I hate about Walmart, man, if you go back in the day, they would put like 3 things in a bag. And I'm like, I don't want to carry 72 bags out of here. there's only like 18 bags worth of stuff. Okay, maybe I didn't buy that much, but you know what I mean? It's like you came out of there with like just like a whole thing of bags. I hated that. And it wasn't like, oh, the planet. No, I mean, it seriously wasn't that. It was just annoying. Like, put more stuff in the bag. Anyway, why am I ranting about that? I don't know. I think I need some Tylenol. I saw that movie months ago. I saw 2010, the year we made contact, first before I saw 2001. Me too. I actually saw it in the theater because apparently my dad was a fan of 2001. So he took me to see 2010. I loved it, but had no frame of reference for what happened in 2001 until much later. And no 2012 with John Cusack. It's not my thing. Wraith. Birthday Boy. Ba 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 Balaban. Ba 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 Balaban. Take my hand. I got you, Bonobo. Awesome. I can't believe I just got that. Happy birth, Wraith. Happy birthday to you. Yes. I'm not crying. Well, Wraith, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you. I mean, come on. One of the viewers, you know, one of my supporters, I feel like. You supported Billy and Jay from I don't even know how long. And you come over here and you support me too. I mean, come on. It's the least I can do is you know, wish you a happy birthday. So there you go. There you go. Happy International Wraith Day. Exactly. 2001 just didn't look interesting to me. Well, it's sci-fi. It's about kind of a. I shouldn't say it's about an alien technology because then it makes it sound like we're the aliens. It's not about that. It's a classic, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's good. It's good. To celebrate an intergalactic Wraith Day, just watch The Crow and eat a hearty meal. That sounds like a plan. Watch The Crow, eat a hearty meal. I had one of my amazing sandwiches for dinner, so there you go. Older movies might not blow people away because it's been a while. Well, not only that, but especially like 2001, there's so many things that have been like inspired by it with newer technology that when you go back and you watch how, you know, a movie back then when they didn't have CGI, they didn't have the rotoscoping abilities that they had just a few years later, you know, going into you know, with Star Wars and all that stuff. It's just it's amazing to see what they were able to do with so little. But I can also understand where, I mean, it's like people were saying, like, wow, Dune, the new Dune movie, man, they just ripped off Star Wars. Dune came first, actually, and Star Wars, you know, was inspired by Dune. So it's kind of one of those weird things where you have to kind of put yourself in that frame of reference to say, okay, 1968, you know, we hadn't even landed on the moon yet. Technology, I mean, we had Star Trek on TV, stuff like that. But let's watch this movie, and it's cool. It's cool. I remember watching The Matrix months ago, and I just thought it was okay, just because I've seen the influence of it elsewhere so many times. Yes, yeah, but I mean, man, I was there opening night for The Matrix, man, and it was just like that is one of the more amazing first time watching a movie in a theater kind of stories, because it was electric in there. You could feel the holy shit. I mean, like, we've never seen anything like this before. It was crazy. Dude, when Trinity does her thing right at the beginning, right? And she, you know, dude, people were like, holy crap. Like, what are we watching? I know. I get it though. To be fair, the tweet was, I know, man, I hate to, are we going to call, is it going to be just like Twitter and X, right? With the Gulf of Mexico and Gulf of America? I don't know. Probably. There's probably going to plenty of people that are just going to call it the Gulf of Mexico until the end of time. No matter what. But anyway. Yes, the tweet, the post was specifically seemingly about in-store physical movies. Post was, okay, that's actually, I mean, look, it's not good news that they're taking it out completely, but if they're going to remain online, I'm kind of cool with that. Because most of the time, the kind of stuff that I would want to buy from them, they wouldn't carry in the store anyway. Because I'm me and I like weird stuff. I don't really. Yeah. Be right back. Got to go down the road. I forgot to buy my cat some food. Ricky, take care of your cat, man. Take care of your cat. Walmart annoys the hell out of me because people steal the K-pop albums. Well, they steal the photo cards and the workers just leave it opened on the shelf. Well, KP Senti, I mean, it's just, yeah. Yes. Oh, by the way, I don't know if there's any Beat 'em Ups fans here, but he put out a video today announcing that he and his wife, Kim, are having a baby. And I gotta say, from somebody who's, look, I will never say that I knew him that well, but Wood was one of those guys where I could tell that there was things bothering him when I was with him. I could tell that there was an anxiety thing. There was a comfortability factor when he lived here in Texas. And getting to see his sort of transformation as they moved to Pennsylvania or wherever the hell they live. I don't know where they live. I've never been there, but it is nice to see them so happy and so seemingly like content. And I think that's really cool. So congrats to Wood and Kim on their announcement. Yeah. Baby. And somebody posted a really funny tweet. They said, I cannot believe we're getting a Beat 'em Ups 2 before the Switch 2. Which I thought was great. That was really smart. I really thought that was cool. So yeah, and I know he doesn't watch my channel. Because why would he? But hey, congratulations, Beat 'em Ups. It's really cool. And I'm didn't know him that well, but at the same time, I wanted the best for him, because he seemed like he was going through some stuff. And it seems like he's better now. So good for you. Good for you. Let's see. Oh gosh. Don't take any of my opinions about movies with any values. I don't like movies that much. Well, KP Senti, that's fine. But if I can just every now and then throw you this little thing that sticks in your head, and then you see it like on a streaming, channel or whatever, and you go, you know what, I'm going to check that out. Rob said something about that, I think. Dude, I'm basically, what this is my Blockbuster. And you guys are all, we're all just talking movies. And it's the stuff that I loved to do back then. I still do it. So there you go. He's going to have a little splinter. Look, I didn't know him that well, but I hope the best. I just hope the best for him. Alien invasions are a dime a dozen now, but ID4 was something to behold back in the theaters back then. I saw that opening night as well. We have never seen an alien attack like that at the time. Not a masterpiece, but very entertaining. Absolutely. Yeah, Independence Day was one. The Matrix was one. Getting to see all the Star Wars prequels, day one. I saw Return of the Jedi in week 1, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't that Friday, but I had to stand in line. My mom, which is one of those things where I think some of my love of movies comes from, and how much she was into movies. She took me to see Raiders of the Lost Ark after school one day. It was just me and her. And I'll always remember that, because what was funny is I had the, the book on tape before I saw the movie. So I knew kind of the story, the you know that the skeleton of the story from that. But I know it was in like I don't know if it was week 1 actually. I don't know when it was. I couldn't tell you. I just know that I had that book beforehand. But back then, man, they released all that stuff as things were coming out. So who knows? But yeah, not Gary. Welcome. Good to see you. ID4 was so insane. I got 2 copies for Christmas. That movie was really awesome when it came out. Honestly, still have fun with it. Also, happy birthday, Wraith. Yes. But yeah. Dude, the Super Bowl trailer blew everybody's mind. And I will go on record as saying that the trailer, there's one trailer that in particular for Independence Day, because I don't think it's a great movie. It's kind of it's cheesy in a lot of ways, especially now. But there is a trailer that showing a bunch of scenes, and at the end you got Bill Pullman. Today we celebrate our Independence Day, and in the background is the theme song to Crimson Tide as the F-18s are flying. Dude, it's with the big battle going on. One of the best trailers. Period. That trailer, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know. Think of a band you like. I was going to say, okay, for me, it's kind of like, in a 9 Inch Nails concert back in 94. Okay. I've listened to the Downward Spiral many times. I've listened to Broken many times. At this point, I've listened to Pretty Hate Machine many times. This is my first time seeing them live. And what do I hear? It's the first song off of Broken. And I'm like, smoke's coming up, dude. And you're just like, yeah, that's what that trailer does. It's that holy shit moment that you're like, oh my God, this is going to be the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I mean, seriously, that trailer is banging. It's so good. And that's what it's like. To me, there are those moments in a movie. I think I used to call it the holy shit moment. The moment where it's like that perfect, it's almost like you ever get a chord in a song? Somebody plays a chord the right way, or the song progresses in the right way and you get chills like on your neck. Right? That's what it's like, but with a movie. And when movies do that, you're like, it's the greatest movie ever. Inception did that to me. I'm trying to remember. I think it's probably when they're sitting at the table and all the stuff starts exploding in slow motion. You know what I'm talking about? And then it's exploding around them and they're just kind of sitting there, and it's just, I was sitting there going, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. This is the greatest movie I've ever seen. And I still love Inception. And I'm not going to apologize for it. Not going to apologize for it. So take that. Oh, we still haven't gotten through I'm still getting caught up on chats. We need to get through the what I've seen this week. He's around Philly, just 2 hours from New York City. Oh, yeah. Wood is, yeah. Vincent D'Onofrio coming to El Paso Comic-Con in the spring, usually April. Dude, that dude is a good actor, man. I have liked him for a long time. He's really, really good. Really good. My boyfriend likes to watch movies, so I end up consuming some. Well, you should. It's good stuff. Jurassic Park. Though I never saw Jurassic Park in theaters, but I can imagine. I saw it. Now, I think that one I saw it opening week, because I think it came out and I was in Oklahoma City, I believe. And I had to go. I was like, I got to see Jurassic Park. It's out. I got to go see it. And I ended up going with, like, I don't know who I went with. Like, I don't remember these people. Like, I don't know if I guess they were like family friends, I guess, from up there. It's my stepmom's family. And I think I went with some of them. I don't know, but I just remember seeing it, and the whole time I'm kind of like, why'd they take that out of the book? Still amazed by what I was seeing, but angry that they changed the story. But still, I got to see it opening week. Be back in a while, Shazama. You do the thing. You do whatever you need to do. Got poop? Do it. Got poop a little bit? Little pupe? Do it. Definitely not Coldplay. See, here's the thing about Coldplay, though. I was always kind of a like, oh, I like that song. That song's pretty good. Oh, that song's pretty good. That song's all right. Right? And then Jerry from the old podcast, the podcast that I used to do back in the day, called me up or emailed me or something, texted me, whatever he did. And he said, hey, I have an extra ticket to Coldplay. Do you want to go? And I was like, sure. Sure. So we went to Coldplay. And guess what? It was awesome. They put on an amazing show. And it was another one of those situations where I was like, oh my God, I can't remember. I never really liked Coldplay. I didn't like Coldplay that much. But almost every song they played, I'm like, yeah, I like that song. Oh yeah, I've heard that song. I like it. They were great. I totally, again, it's one of those things. It's kind of like, it's almost like, I'm not saying that if you haven't seen this band in a live, you haven't seen them or you haven't heard them or anything like that. It's not like the movie, like a movie theater thing. Like if you're watching it on this screen, then you're a dumbass and you should flush your head down a. Anyway, no, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I like their music, okay, but live I was really impressed and was like, okay, I get it. I get it now. I get it why Coldplay is this huge band. And it was a free concert. I mean, why wouldn't I go? So anyway, there you go. And then Jinzu, welcome, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. Speaking of Nine Inch Nails, I cannot wait for the new Tron soundtrack. I was butthurt that Daft Punk wasn't doing it until I heard the news. Absolutely. And there are whispers. More than whispers. Leaks, actually. Nine Inch Nails is touring this year. And they are planning to come to Fort Worth, where I live. They're playing in my backyard. Like literally my backyard. No. I don't actually have never been to the place that they're coming to, apparently, supposedly. But I want to go. So April told me, she goes, I'll go if you don't have anybody else to go, but I would not be upset if you found one of your friends that wanted to go. I was like, okay. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. They haven't announced tour dates yet as of this afternoon, because I was checking. But they're coming, they're touring. And I haven't seen them since, I can't remember which tour it was. 2008? I don't know. But I've seen them many times. Talk about putting on a show. I want to go. So. And it's supposedly in September, which will be perfect because that'll be perfect weather. It'll be perfect. So I want to go. Hopefully I can get tickets. Every Van Damme movie has at least half a dozen holy shit moments. I don't know about that, Mucho, but hey, I'm happy that you love the Van Damme. And Squiggles, what's going on? Good to see you. Gotta make a boom boom? Big bada boom. Yes. Never cared for Coldplay or U2, never got the hype. I mean, look, I get it. I get it. There's so many bands out there, and there are some. Here's one for you that I seriously can't stand this band. Someone might get angry with me by saying this, but I can't stand Blink-182. I can't. I don't like whoever's singing. I don't know who's singing. I don't like it. I don't like it. Where are you? F you. I can't. No. Mm-mm. No. Not Gary. Is that the uh Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd thing? Yeah. Hey, I like Coldplay. It's pretty good. More Than Whispers. That's my favorite band. More Than Whispers. Oh. Oh, More Than Whispers is your favorite band. That's actually kind of a cool More Than Whispers. Supposed to get down to 3 degrees tonight. I think it'll be get down to like 23 here, but that's pretty dang cold. Pretty dang cold. I finally got around to watching new movies this weekend. Watched all of the Rush Hour trilogy. Loved all 3. Squiggles, you'd go? You'd go to Nine Inch Nails with me? Okay. Well, like I said, we got to figure it out. But yeah, yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. Because I don't know when tickets are going to go on sale or anything like that. Okay, here's the thing. This was right. I can't remember. It was prior to COVID. I think it was. But Nine Inch Nails, the last time they did a concert here the last time they toured was supposedly their farewell tour or whatever. The only way that you could get tickets was by standing in line at like the Ticketmaster place or whatever. And this was right around the time I was still healing. And I'm like, I don't know if I can stand that long and it's going to be in the heat. I don't think I can do this. So that's why I didn't go to that last tour. But it killed me because it was like, I mean, not literally, you know what I mean? Hyperbole, Rob. It's too much hyperbole. But yeah, I didn't go to that one, but I really wanted to because it was going to be at the new place that's in kind of the Las Colinas, Irving area. Anyway, I didn't go and I was bummed. But I would like to go this time because it's going to be supposedly at Dickies Arena in downtown Fort Worth. Shouldn't be that bad. I've still never seen Nine Inch Nails live. I might need to make it a goal to see them this time around. Although I lived in a place where I could hear the venue, that kind of counts, right? I mean, kind of. I'll tell you, man, I've seen them in many different venues, many different places, and my favorite was Fair Park Coliseum, which was just and maybe it's because it was the first time, but I think it sounded, it was more intense. You know, like, if you lived in Dallas, Fort Worth, you'd know what I'm talking about. But Fair Park Coliseum is basically basically just a place where they played hockey. You know, that's it. It wasn't a big venue or anything like that. And most of the seats were floor seats, right? We were on the floor. That's where I got kicked in the face with a steel-toed boot. That sucked. Anyway, then they played at, at the time it was Starplex, and it's an open amphitheater type thing, right? And the problem with that is the sound just goes, it's just gone. I think in that one I got headbutted, and we had to leave in the middle of David Bowie, which was not great because I love David Bowie, and it would have been cool to see the rest of his set, but we left. I got to see Trent and David Bowie do Hurt together. That was something. That was something else, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, Fair Park Coliseum was the best. I also saw him at American Airlines. That was pretty good. And it's more enclosed. It needs to be enclosed because the sound lives. It's a different sound than just being outside, and it just kind of, I don't know. It's just not. Anyway, yes, you should go to Nine Inch Nails. Not Gary. Yes. Good day to everyone else who's arrived in the hizzy while I've been on lurk mode. Yeah. Let's see. Van Damme's Twitter had a holy shit moment this last couple of days. Oh, that small thing. Yes. Screw Blink 182. I'm sorry. Look, if you're a fan, I'm happy for you, but I can't stand them. It's like there are a couple of bands that I'm pretty much, really just two that I can, wait a minute. There's probably more. If Bon Jovi comes on, turn the channel. Blink 182 comes on, turn the channel. I'm trying to think. There's probably more, but there's certain songs. Like I've told you before. I'll say it again. Billie Jean is an amazing song. I never need to hear it again for the rest of my life. I've heard it so many times. There's been times when I've turned from Billie Jean and they're playing Billie Jean in the last couple of years. What the hell? There's other songs that Michael Jackson did, you know. Anyway. That's the song that came to mind. Yeah. And you're right. I should have thought about that, but it's part of it is because I watched this guy Corky Cork on Twitch, and he does that when he can't find somebody. He's playing PUBG and he can't find somebody. He goes, "Where are you?" And he says it like, anyway. Nosferatu is on VOD already. You know what I'm watching tonight? Carbonite. Have you seen it yet? I hope you like it. Me was a man, but hey, I hope you like it. As time has gone on, I've liked more Coldplay songs, but still don't like U2 much. I didn't grow up loving Blink 182, but they have a few songs I enjoy. Yeah, I mean, yeah. U2 is one of those where I'm like, I know I've heard a lot of their songs. In fact, I have, God, what was it? Y95? Some radio station here in Dallas, Fort Worth back in the day. And there was a DJ that made it's like a mix tape, but it was a mix CD of a bunch of different U2 songs. It said, "Hey, if you come up here and ask the person up front, they'll just give you one." So I got one. I went up there. I was in the area. I got one, and I was like, "Man, this is pretty cool." It was actually kind of like a, those CDs where it's kind of like there's not a break in the songs. It just keeps on playing. I don't know I'm sure there's a term for that. Anyway, and I was like, "It's pretty cool." Bunch of U2, pretty cool. But there you go. I don't think I've ever bought a U2 album. But there you go. Watch The Gate this past weekend. A lot funnier than I remember. Man. Hello? You've been bad. Yeah. The Gate, man. Freaking Steven Dorff as a kid. It's freaking cold. Ball crinkling cold. Anybody remember that? That's what I used to call it. I called it that in one of my podcasts that I did on my own. I think Rob's favorite band is some nail band or something. Yeah, that's true. Hell yeah, I love Nine Inch Nails. I'm down. Never seen them live. Oh, then we need to try this, to do this. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. That would be really cool. I haven't been to a concert in like 4 years. So I'm itching for one. The last rock metal show I saw was Slayer Farewell Tour in Austin 2018, but saw a few rap shows since then. Did Bowie do I'm Afraid of Americans at that concert? I don't think so, because I don't think it was out yet. Because I saw them, let's see. First time I saw Nine Inch Nails. Okay, so it would have been October 2015. I mean, 2015. Rob. October, oh my God, it's been 30 years. October 95. Let's see, Nine Inch Nails tour 1995. Nine Inch Nails tour dates. Outside tour. And October, where's Texas? There it is. October 13th, 95, Coca-Cola Starplex Amphitheater. And this is what they played. Wait a minute, what? This is what Nine Inch Nails played, but what did... I think I have a better... have my ticket stub somewhere. I don't know where it is. I thought it was here. I don't. Where are my ticket stubs? I don't know. But I was hoping this would have the David Bowie track list too. Let me see. Can you believe that I remember that? I can barely. David Bowie set list. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So there you go. So Subterranean, Scary Monsters, Reptile, Hello Space Boy, Hurt, Look Back in Anger, The Heart's Filthy Lesson, which is the end credits of 7. And then right around here, see, I didn't hear The Man Who Sold the World. I didn't hear Under Pressure. Ugh. I'm so pissed off. I mean, you can hear it. You can go download any of the Outside Tour stuff, but yeah, I never listened to any of this. At the time, we left early. And I want to say it was right around here. Because I don't remember hearing The Man Who Sold the World. But anyway, there you go. I love that stuff is just, you can just look it up. Bam, there it is. There's the whole set list. It's awesome. I wish I would have seen David Bowie before he passed. So many bands, musicians I need to see before it's too late. Rest in peace, John Sykes. Bon Jovi, yeah. It's that bass line. 95, the year I was born. Yeah. Scary Monsters. Super Freaks. Keeps me... Yeah. I don't know a whole lot of older David Bowie, but yeah, it's good stuff. 95, I was at the Bristow, Virginia Mission Pavilion show. Let's see. Wait. We can go back. Outside Tour. Oops. There you go. Nissan Pavilion. There it is. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So it sounds like it's the same. It was the same thing. Nishan. I thought you said. I thought it meant mission. But yeah. Baseline was a reference to Billie Jean. Oh yeah, dude. I get it. Do. I mean, it's great. It's great. But I've heard it enough. 95, I was chilling watching Rumble in the Bronx, getting my mind blown. I mean, true, but yeah. Okay, next. The season finale of Silo, the season 2 finale of Silo. I was kind of like, okay. I loved the first season. The second season was kind of a step down, but it is setting up quite a bit for what's coming next. So, dude, it's Rebecca Ferguson. Freaking Tim. Almost said Tim Meadows. No, Tim Robbins. And what's his name? Why am I going blank on his name? Rapper that's in it. Starts with a C? I hate it when this happens. I hate it. I hate it when that happens. Starts with a C, I believe. Common. I almost said 6 letters. Yeah, Common. Not Childish Gambino. But yeah, Common. He is great. Like, Common was always... I've seen him in a couple of things, and I was kind of like, he's fine. And when I saw that Common was in Silo, I was like, okay. But dude, Common's really good in this show. So, Rebecca Ferguson, Tim Robbins, Common, it's great. It's a great show. Great show. I was just kind of a little bit underwhelmed by the season finale, but I mean that's going to happen sometimes. Some things just kind of happen that way. So, yeah. But The next movie that I watched, The 8 Diagram Pole Fighter. And yes, this is a single movie, not a collection from Arrow, who did the Shawscope collections, but they also released Come Drink With Me on its own disc, and there's a reason for that on this one too. This movie has some of the best martial arts with a staff I've ever seen. Phenomenal performance by Gordon Liu. Great scenes. But this is also the movie that they were making when Alexander Fusheng passed away, when he died in an accident in his Porsche. Died. Here's the thing. Lau Kar-leung was known for injecting a lot of comedy into his movies. This was a very serious movie. In fact, this is probably his most serious film. But man, if you like Gordon Liu, him in the center there, who played Pai Mei, here's the, again, with Arrow, the reversible covers are awesome. But yeah, Alexander Fusheng unfortunately died during production. And so they had to basically stop the movie and rewrite the movie because he was supposed to, do things in the movie. And they hadn't shot that stuff yet. But this was an amazing... I'm glad that I have this. This was one that was on somebody's list of one of the best martial arts movies ever. And I'm like looking for it. And I'm like, surely it's part of one of my collections. And it wasn't. And Arrow released it on its own. I was like, click. So I bought it and watched it. And it was good. And I'm glad I did. And finally. Like I said, I also watched the Severance season 2 opener, which was fine. But then I started watching the Mad Max movies again. Now, I watched Mad Max, The Road Warrior, and Beyond Thunderdome for the first time early last year, before Furiosa came out. And when I got the opportunity to get this was on sale for like $38 from Walmart. I jumped on it. And Crush Groove. Anyway, they have this on sale regularly as part of like their box sets and stuff. So, if you're interested in 4K. Now, here's the problem. This comes with digital copies. Redeem by December 2023. So this comes with digital copies, and I didn't get them because I bought this after December 2023. So that's kind of a bummer because the movies are movie only. There's no special features on these discs, which is kind of a bummer. But I already owned Fury Road. I have Fury Road in 3D. Came with a digital copy then, and my digital copy is in 4K, and it comes with all the special features for Fury Road. But I want the special features for Mad Max, Road Warrior, and Beyond Thunderdome. So I'm going to wait for a digital sale, and just buy them digitally so I can have the special features. But there you go. Watching Mad Max it's good. It's not my favorite. In fact, it's my least favorite, the first one. But it's still pretty good. It's still, and it sounded good and all that kind of stuff. But it's just not my favorite. I think for me, before Fury Road, to me, they got better. And I know a lot of people are like, really? You like Beyond Thunderdome more than Road Warrior? Yeah, I do. I think they get better. So those are next on the list, is those three. And then I'm going to watch Fury Road again. And then I bought Furiosa on 4K on a recent sale when I bought Horizon, by the way. Kevin Costner, An American Saga, but Chapter 1. I love it. But anyway, so I'm going to watch that one then. But yeah, I'm going to make my way through the rest of the Mad Max movies. And that's what will be happening this week. So yeah. There you go. Let's see, what else? That is it. Although there is this, the Daredevil Born Again trailer. Now here's the thing that I wanted to say when this trailer came out, but I didn't want to be that guy. I saw this trailer months ago when it was at some Disney, maybe it was D23, whatever it was. They talked about it, but they showed the trailer to the audience, but they didn't put it online. Well, that weekend somebody put it online. Somebody filmed it and I watched it through that. And I'm like, dude, this is going to be awesome. So I've seen this. I'd seen the trailer way before. I mean, it was kind of ruined because, it's not as good on a phone. If you're watching a movie trailer on your phone, then you're an idiot. Anyway, I enjoyed it. And I'm really looking forward to it. Daredevil is, let me think about this. Daredevil is probably the only, that's not true. That's not true. Growing up, I didn't read a lot of Marvel comics. DC was always my jam. I loved Batman. I loved Detective Comics and the surrounding stuff. Of course, the graphic novels and stuff that came out around that. But I wasn't big into the other, like the actual like superheroes. Batman and Detective Comics were my jam because they were more grounded. Of course, they had Clayface and, all the weird stuff, but it's like the more you got into the fantastical, the less I liked it. But Marvel, I got into a little bit later, around the time that the X-Men movie came out. I got into the Ultimate series. So the Ultimate X-Men and the Ultimate Spider-Man. I loved those. And I still have some in my comic repository or whatever back there. But one of the other comics that I really, really got into was Daredevil. And so, yeah, Daredevil's been one of my favorites for a long time. I'm really curious to see if this is going to be good. I hope it's going to be good, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah. Yeah. What do y'all think about the Daredevil? I mean, I thought it looked awesome, but let's see. See Busta Rhymes. Didn't Busta Rhymes get in trouble too recently? I don't know. The greatest martial arts I've seen with a bow staff was when David Lee Roth busted his nose on stage with a mic stand. Is that true? I just bought 8 Diagram Pole Fighter on Apple TV for $7.99. Yeah, this was more expensive for sure. I think it was 20 something, 21. But again, dude, here's the thing. With martial arts films, I don't know when I'll watch them again, but I love that I love that I have them because I used to watch these movies all the time back in the day. And it's just cool that I have this this huge stack of freaking Shaw Brothers movies. I love it. I love it. Even though I probably never watch them again. There's a good chance that I'll probably never watch them again. But I love that I own them. I love it. And I love that in many cases, it's the only way that I'd be able to see some of these movies. So, and they look great. They look fantastic. Like they look really good. Good. But I do hate that they use the anamorphic lens. I don't know what lens it is because I'm not a cinematographer, or I probably should know this for as much as I love movies. But you know how like when they shoot wide, scope, right? When they shoot scope and when they pan, right? It's distorted on this part of it's like it's thinner. The people are thinner. I hate it when they pan. A lot of Shaw Brothers movies were filmed with these cheaper lenses, and I hate that effect. I hate it. I hate it so much. Anyway. In fact, what was that movie that came out a couple years ago with Don Cheadle? I think it was during COVID. I want to say it was Don Cheadle and Benicio del Toro. Is that right? Anyway, they used a lot of that, and I just I hated it. I hated it. Anyway, Fury Roads take me home to the place. Yes, Fury Road. Favorite Nine Inch Nails line? My God. Um, there's so many. There's so many, but one of my favorite lines is from The Great Destroyer. That's off of Year Zero, which look, Year Zero sounds kind of prophetic in a way. Anyway, look, it's no question that Trent is a bit of a liberal, and some of his music is very, making fun of whatever president at the time. Anyway, this song, the whole story of Year Zero, if you don't know, Year Zero is a concept album that is set in the future, a dystopian future, where the government has basically taken away a lot of our rights, taken away our art, and it's a dystopian type future. Well, in the middle of it, a presence comes. In fact, the cover art for the album, if I can, where is it? Here it is. It's in the way. It's in the way. Yeah. So that's somebody driving, and that is a freaking hand coming from. Yeah. But oh, there you go. Consuming or spreading this material may be deemed subversive by the United States Bureau of Morality. If you or someone you know has engaged in subversive acts or thoughts, call 1-866-445-6580. Be a patriot. Be an informer. Yeah. So you might see something like that. And then when you open it. So yeah, this may be a kind of an anti-Republican thing. Anyway, the song is called The Great Destroyer. Now, it's a concept album and it's a story being told, right? But one of the songs, The Great Destroyer, is the chorus goes, wait. Something like, I wish they could see this limitless potential living inside of me. Wait. Damn, what is it? Now I got to pull up the actual lyrics because I'm forgetting. The Great Destroyer lyrics. Yeah. Turn it up. Listen to the shit they pump into your head. Filling you with apathy. There it is. I hope they cannot see the limitless potential living inside of me to murder everything. I hope they cannot see I am the Great Destroyer. It basically sounds like some sort of through the thing, like people are getting like a sickness, and they're changing. And at one point, this guy says, I don't know. There's something about it that gives me the chills. But there's also a song. Well, I'll pull it up. Less than lyrics. This is from the this is a great video, by the way, too. I think it's really cool. So what are you waiting for? You got what you asked for. Did it fix what was wrong with you? Are you less than? Go and look what you gone done. Welcome oblivion. Did it fix what was wrong with you? Are you less than? This song is It is, ooh, probably my favorite song on this album, which is Add Violence. Yeah, Add Violence. Now, the last song is called The Background World. That is my most played song. I will say that's probably my most played song in the last 2 years. I listen to that song all the time. There's something about it. I love the way it's mixed, especially because I have the what do you call them, the flax, right? Because I bought these, right, and I have the digital super high quality versions, and I put on my super crazy mixing headphones and listen to that, and beautiful. But there you go. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a Nine Inch Nails tangent, but there you go. Where am I? Oh, here we go. But yes, Hurt is an amazing song, but for me, I've heard it so many times, and especially when Johnny Cash sang it, it almost it changed meaning for me. So I don't connect to it as much anymore. Even though this is a story, I really do. Year Zero is, I love this album. It's really good. Oh wow, I didn't realize that was supposed to be taken off. I never took it off. Doesn't this have, yeah, yeah. Art is resistance. Oh, I guess I could have just done that. Pulled up the lyrics that way. Turn it up. Listen to the shit they pump. But this song ends with a absolute aural nightmare. The Great Destroyer. It's so cool. It's such a cool. This whole freaking album is great. I'm telling you, if you need to. If you're a fan of Nine Inch Nails and you've not listened to Year Zero, or maybe you haven't listened to it in a while, you should, because it's great. And the song Capital G, again, it's very Republican. I mean, it's very kind of liberal. Some people might not like it, but it's badass. It's so good. Yeah. Oh, dude. What if everything around you isn't quite as it seems? What if all the world you think you know is an elaborate dream? From Hesitation Marks, which is their last main long album, there's the song at the end. While I'm Still Here. That one, because that album came out before I got sick, but I listened to that. In fact, I posted it on Facebook. It's like, this is why that song, man, While I'm Still Here, that is a deep freaking song. But anyway, it's gonna be a good time coming out on my birthday. What are you talking about? Yeah, Right Where It Belongs from the album With Teeth, which I mean, I have all the albums. Actually, have I shown you my Ghosts 1 through 4 set? I don't even know where it is. It's up here somewhere, but it's the big special edition box. Anyway, it's kind of expensive, but I kind of went nuts. I didn't get the $300 one that was signed and all that. I got I think it was $100, but it's awesome. And I enjoyed it. I enjoy Ghosts a lot. A lot of people don't like Ghosts because it's like a lot of soundtrack music, but I really loved it. Currently rewatching the Netflix Daredevil series. Oh, Daredevil coming out on your birthday. Gotcha. So March, what was that? I already changed the image over here, so I can't remember what the date was. March 4th. There you go. Happy early birthday. Month and a half early. Anyway. Even if you don't watch them again, at least you actually have them. Yes. Yes. Those movies can be collectibles that are good to look at. I know. I mean, it's just no sudden move. That's it. Yep, 2021. I want to F you like a Melvormel. Melvormel? Rob froze. Oh, never mind. Year zero, that CD was in my car on repeat for a year straight. All the extra shit like the wave stuff in the music, USB drives left, the concerts, websites were a friggin' blast. Yes, the ARG they built around that album was amazing. I remember I heard before the album came out, they released My Violent Heart, and there was one other song that was on one of those USB drives, and they put it out on the internet. It was awesome. There's a Bureau of Morality in the world of Year Zero. There is. So basically, like I said, it's a dystopian future where the government has basically outlawed art, and they do a whole bunch of other bad things. And so people start to rise up. And while they're rising up, that happens. Some say it was a warning. Some say it was a sign. I was standing right there when it came down from the sky. So cool. Oh, that's a cool line. Where he says, when the voice is speaking to him, they say, "You've become violent." What does he say? You will change your ways and you will make amends, or what? We will wipe this place clean. Oh, you've become a virus, killing off its host. We've been watching you with all of our eyes and what you seem to value most. So much potential, or so we used to say. Your greed, self-importance, and your arrogance, you piss it all away. We heard her cry. We've come to intervene. You will change your ways and you will make amends, or we will wipe this place clean. It's so cool, man. And it's like, oh, and there was supposed to be an HBO series based on this. And it never happened. So anyway, Year Zero is it. Look, I love The Fragile. I love Downward Spiral. I love Add Violence. There's so many albums that I love. But man, this one, oof, so freaking cool. Since you also know your music, would be great to see you do vids of you analyzing songs. Yeah, there's actually a really good person on YouTube that does that for Nine Inch Nails songs. And I don't know her name. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've watched one of her videos. But she breaks them down so much better than I could. Because she's not only breaking down lyrics, she's breaking down song structure, chord structure. That's the kind of stuff that makes me go, okay, you do your thing. Because I can't do that. I can't do that. I don't know diminished ninths and all that shit. I don't know any of that. I just know that I like the music and it's cool. It's like, it's really cool here because like there's one in particular that was really cool because she was like, usually you have this kind of chord structure. You go like major chord, minor chord, then followed by a major chord. She goes, but he doesn't resolve it. He doesn't resolve the chord. So it leaves you hanging on what's next because the song sounds like it should resolve and it doesn't. And it's that kind of thought process that I don't have. I mean, when she says it, I'm going, oh yeah. Subconsciously, I pick up on that. But I never would have said, if I was breaking down whatever song that was, I would never think to go there, you know, which I think is really cool. But then, I've talked about this before, analyzing songs is something I don't like to do simply because it's almost like, I know some people say like I don't like watching special features on movies because it takes away some of the mysticism and some of the dream like whatever. I like just watching the movie, whatever. I don't like knowing how shit was made. For me, music is like that. I don't like to know how the sausage is made when it comes to music, chord structure, lyrical structure, all that kind of stuff. I don't like breaking it down that way. It's just not in me, you know? So it's a weird thing. I leave it to the professionals on that because I mean I took minutes worth of music theory. I mean I was in band for 7 years. I was in jazz band, won awards and stuff like that. I can break down music from back then, but doing it on this scale, there's no way. And I wouldn't even dream. I would, how do I say that? I would not even, there's just no way. There's no way. There are people that know what they're talking about. I mean, I can describe that stuff, but I can't verbalize it in the correct terminology that they can. So let's leave that to them. I only bought Ghost digitally. That was like over 15 years ago. Oh yeah. I have that. And then Ghosts 5 and 6 he released for free during COVID, which was really cool. I thought that was neat. And of course, The Slip was also a free release. Doesn't get any better than the Crow soundtrack. Have it on both cassette and CD. I mean, yeah, it's good. Only one Nine Inch Nails song though, and it's not really a Nine Inch Nails song. It's a cover song. Anyway, I want to F you like a Melmacian. Who are you talking about for song analysis? Pixel Phoenix. Welcome, Pixel Phoenix. I don't know. Reddit, 9 Inch Nails, YouTube. What do you call that? Break song analysis? Nope. I'm going to mute the audio capture just in case they're playing something that. Nope. That's what makes this song great. I can't remember. Let me see. Let me do this. There was actually a video that Trent did not too long ago. Oh, this is her. Can I Ixi? IXI. I'm getting nothing but ads. I'm pretty sure. Yep, this is her. Holy shit, she does Aphex Twin? Okay. But yeah, she does Tool too. Let me see. Videos. Popular. My take on Pyramid Song. An hour and a half. But anyway, this is who I was talking about. Yeah. Okay, she's doing a lot of stuff that I like. Freaking Radiohead. Oh my god, I love Radiohead. I love Radiohead so much. Yeah. So there you go. There's a lot of Nine Inch Nails. Maybe this is the saddest Nine Inch Nails song. That might be the one that I was thinking of. Freaking Tori Amos? Hell yeah, dude. Okay. That's a good channel. Ixi, IXI Music. 76,000. Dude. Aphex Twin, baby. I got so much over here. I have 5 CDs. I mean, most of the stuff released lately has, just been electronic, and since I have Apple Music, it's like I don't know if I need to buy that. But yeah, Aphex Twin, man. Check out Physical Media. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. But Pixel Phoenix, are you still there? Welcome. I think I said hi. Yeah, I did. I did. Favorite Radiohead song? Oh my God. You're going to do that to me? I don't know. It's either Everything in Its Right Place or it's Weird Fishes. Dude, In Rainbows, I love. Like I like Kid A pretty well, but In Rainbows is completely 100% my jam. Like, oh my God. Oh, you did. Oh, you did Physical Media in the Discord. I did not know this. You did. Released today. Got it right before the doors closed. Look at that. You know what's funny? I also showed off an Arrow release, The Cell. There's the back. There's the stuff. The Cell. Yes. What is that? Oh, is that the back? They threw in a bag, an Arrow video bag. Lucky. I just got. I don't know if you were here. I just got this, Max. So, Shozama, sorry. Um, Something about Let Down is right up my alley. Can never get enough of that one. Yeah, see, for me, uh, every, oh, didn't say anything. Thank you, not Gary. $10. I don't know what the $10 is for, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, I'll tell you this. In The Creator, the movie The Creator, Everything in Its Right Place starts and it's in 5.1 surround. That's that. Look, I may be showing my hand a little bit, but that's part of the reason why I think that movie works so well for me. But it's more than that. It's the whole verisimilitude, to use Robert Meyer Burnett's big big word. It's the building out of that world that is so beautiful, but the use of everything in its right place. So it's kind of like everything in its right place. If okay. Because honestly, I've listened to In Rainbows more than just other than Nine Inch Nails is probably my most listened to album. Like I've listened to that more than any other artist's album. I don't know. That may not be true. I listened to a lot of Nirvana back in the day. But at least in the last 10, 12 years, that's probably my most listened to album outside of a Nine Inch Nails album. Because honestly, that's probably my most listened to album. Period. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, music played at the right time or even the right song can completely change my opinion of a movie sometimes. It's great. It's so great. Paranoid Android. Now, see, what would be interesting is like, what's your favorite Aphex Twin song? Because I think that says a lot about you. You know, because if you choose something like Venolin, something like that, you know what I mean? You're like, yep, Flim's a great one. A great one. But I think it's called Alberto Balsam. But I have the Come to Daddy single too. I have the it's not a nice term, but I have the window licker with the boobs. If you want to know what I'm talking about, let me show you. All right. So I've got my, well, there you go. There you go. I've got my Ambient Works Volume 2. I've got my, what is this? Oh, I Care Because You Do, which is kind of creepy. I also have my Come to Daddy, which, okay, we're getting creepier. Getting creepier. I've got, oh, this one's kind of neat. Because I don't know where I got this. No, I know where I got this. I got this from Bill's Records and Tapes in downtown Dallas for promotional use only. But yeah, that is the Richard D. James album. Then, maybe the creepiest. Yes. So there you go. Those are my Aphex Twin physical media. You got to see it. I remember I told you a long, long time ago that I would listen to Ventolin when I would get a migraine. It's like a head massage. Oh, I don't remember that, but I can't even imagine that. Wow. I can't even, I wish I could play it. But wow. All right, let's get through. There's not a whole lot of news, but stuff that I did want to mention. Ricky, are you still here? Because I think this concerns you, since you're such a big fan. Just saying. Did you see this? Sonic the Hedgehog 4 comes to theaters March 19th, 2027. Did you see that? Ricky, I chose that just for you. So there you go. I guess I need to see the first 3 because I haven't seen any of them. But I figured, there are definitely fans of Sonic out there. So there you go. Sonic 4. And then this is also not for me, but I know there's probably some people in the chat that are big fans of this. So yeah, Discotech announces Street Fighter, the animated series, and Darkstalkers USA series coming to Blu-ray. So there you go. Yeah, I don't know. See, I saw what you said, but I don't know what that means. So there you go. Street Fighter and Darkstalkers. If you're a fan of those series, the animated series, you're getting them on Blu-ray. Let's thank the fans who bullied the studio into making Sonic look good. I mean, there's that. This was some... this isn't how I wanted to start the week, kind of. Netflix raising their prices again. Ad tier will now cost $7.99 a month, and both of the other tiers are going up as well. Standard plan up to $17.99 from $15.49, and then the top level premium is rising to $24.99 a month. So, here's the thing. I may be canceling my Netflix and only I might have to I don't know. I'll already pay $24.99. Well, you've been screwed then. I don't know. I don't know. Bandits Best, welcome. You have Netflix in 2025? I mean, yeah. Here's the reason why I have Netflix. My wife, she watches things off of Netflix, like series, like whole series. She binges series when she's working and stuff. So yeah, but it's also one of those things that we could probably do without. So we may be doing that. Now here's something that I just wanted to bring up because I thought it was kind of interesting to realize. 2023, Disney had a terrible, terrible, terrible year. But in 2024, they had, well, another movie that's made $1 billion worldwide. So, if you're keeping track, in 2024, only 3 movies hit $1 billion, and they were all Disney films, which is nuts. That is crazy. That is crazy. What a turnaround for Disney. So, there's that. And then also, if you actually real quick, if you look at the poll, I haven't even said anything about the poll, but the poll is, if an actor's performance is enhanced by AI, do they qualify for a Best Actor nomination? 78% out of 23 votes says no, the use of AI disqualifies them. And 22% said, yes, they should qualify. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll because this is what I was talking about. The Brutalist sparks backlash after editor reveals use of AI in dialogue and buildings, but says it's nothing that hasn't been done before. There's been a lot of people who are basically saying, okay, well, that basically excludes Adrian Brody, Felicity Jones, is that her name? She was in Rogue One. She played Jyn Erso. Yeah, because they used AI on their voices. Now, here's the thing. And this is where it gets interesting. Because AI is really just a tool, right? It's just a tool. It's just like anything else. It can be misused. But the only thing they did is changed inflections of the way that they pronounce words. Their performance is still there, but they changed the pronunciation of the words to make them sound more like perfect, like perfect Hungarian. But people are saying that they shouldn't win now. Like, throw the Brutalist out the window because they used AI. But did they say the same thing when CG first came onto the scene? I mean, it's one of those things where I intentionally wrote the poll the way that I did, because here's the thing. We can sit here all day long and say, no, I don't like the use of AI. It's terrible. But it really is just a tool. All that did is it saved time. It saved them time on re-recording their voice over and over and over until they got it right. They used AI to make it right. Now, yeah, they said that they used some AI for buildings and such, but I mean, I'm kind of okay with it. But it's also a really slippery slope. So, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. Let's see. I am a native Hungarian, and I know that it is one of the most difficult languages to learn to pronounce. It's an extremely unique language. We coached Brody and Jones, and they did a fabulous job, but we also wanted to perfect it so that not even locals will spot any difference. So, look, you voted the way that you voted, but knowing now that that's really what it was used for, that's it. It kind of makes you go, well, and I don't know, maybe some of you are like hell no. But here's the other thing. The Brutalist is a movie that I want to see, but man, it's 3.5 hours. And I've heard that it does have an intermission, but that the second half is kind of hard to get through. So I don't know. I'm really curious about, has anyone seen The Brutalist? Has anyone seen this movie? I would think that Shozama would probably, I would guess that Shozama might be the only person. I read somewhere that Netflix's revenue between 2023 and 2024 fell 23%. Wow. I remember when streaming movies first started on Netflix back on 360. Oh my God, it was insane. It was amazing. It had all the things. Now all those movies are shelved or not on Netflix. Or just on other streaming services. And Jody B, welcome. Did I say hi to you? I don't think I did. And Christian VS, holy crap. You got the flu. You got flu A. What does that mean? I'm guessing that means that it's a type of flu. But Christian VS, get well soon. Thank you for just, hanging out. You don't have to say stuff. You can just sit there and watch me creepily. You don't have to be creepy about it, okay? I'm just saying. And I don't have to make it creepy. I watch all the wrestling I can. And that's the thing, man. Look, I'm not a big fan of wrestling, but the live sports part of it, I gotta say, is pretty cool. I like it on HBO or Max. And Adrian Brody does look a little rough, but man, I like Adrian Brody, man. I really do. And just seeing that photo made me want to watch the movie. Isn't that weird? It's kind of like saying you can't use computers to make special effects, like what happened to Tron. I know. 3.5 is too much. Netflix show movie quality has gone down. Those are two separate things. 3.5 is long, but it does have an intermission, which I think is cool. I kind of wish anything over. I did say this, right? That 2001. I did. Oops. 2001, 2.5 hour movie has an intermission. It also has an overture, which I really like. Is that weird? Is it weird that I like movies with an overture? Kind of introduces the themes to you. I think it's cool. And yes, Netflix show and movie quality has gone down for sure. Why am I burping so much? Sorry. I'm waiting till a day off to see The Brutalist when I can get to that location without freezing waiting for the bus. It's at the Far Theaters. Gotcha. Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I haven't seen Anora yet. The only place showing Anora is literally an hour and 10 minutes away from me. I'm not driving that far for Anora. I'm sorry. Seven Samurai? I could do that. I did do that. But for something I've never seen before, and I could just pay $10 to rent it digitally. No. But I'm actually, what I'm waiting for is for Anora to either go on a streaming service, which it may not because it's going to have a Criterion release. By the way, did you see that cover? Because holy crap. Or at least come down to $5.99 to rent it, Because, damn. Yeah. Look at that cover. I haven't seen the movie, but dang, But dang. You tricked me. If it's just to change how something is said, then I don't care. I thought you meant their facial expressions and such. Well, that's the thing, though. So many people say, oh, they used AI for this movie. I hate it. Because they don't tell the whole story. So people have been riling people up about The Brutalist, saying, oh, Adrian Brody, we're not going to vote for him for Best Actor. Oh, we're not going to vote for Felicity Jones for Best Actress because AI, enhanced their performance. And it's like, yeah, for a couple of freaking words. And then when look, and again, I don't want to get on a soapbox about this stuff, but they did the same thing to Late Night with the Devil. So I mentioned this before, and I explained where they did it. All it is in the, be right back placards that they used to play, like when you're watching the Tonight Show, there would be a, you know, a picture of something that would say more to come. All they did was they had an AI create a version of that for that show in that time period. They created that using AI. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a crap. That's fine. I don't care. But people got really mad. So all I'm trying to say is I think AI is a tool. And I mean, you watch any electronics, anything right now, and it's got AI in it. So it's here whether we like it or not. And I just don't think it's that big of a deal, especially if it's used in this way where it's just a tool to make something good. That's fine with that. I thought you meant their facial expressions and such. Dude, so many people say the same thing about DNR, but DNR can be good if done right. Oh, digital. Yes. Yes. For some reason, I was thinking ADR. I was thinking from an actor's performance type thing. But yeah, DNR can be done if it's done with a steady, measured approach. Don't do it to death where they turn into waxy figures, but do it enough where, you know, it cleans up the image and makes it look a little sharper. That's great. I thought you meant ADR, which is the dialogue replacement. Yeah. Yeah. I would like to see those people learn a whole language to say a line properly. I mean, you're not wrong. But see, here's the funny thing. So many movies. I mean, you're basically saying, well, then where does it stop? You know, color correction. That's not what it looked like on the day. That guy's shirt wasn't blue when we filmed that. But in color correction, you can change the color of a shirt. Does that invalidate the whole movie? No. It's just, I think it's people that are just on this, I got to get mad about something. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, AI is used in all kinds of ways, and it doesn't have to be a terrible thing. It can be used properly with a steady hand, with a measured approach, and it can be great. The Deadline article explains it a bit more. Most of their Hungarian dialogue has a part of me talking in there. Yeah, a part of him talking in there with their tonality. We were very careful about keeping their performances. It's mainly just replacing letters here and there. You can do this in Pro Tools yourself, but we had so much dialogue in Hungarian that we really needed to speed up the process. Otherwise, we'd still be in post. Absolutely. Right. Yeah, and I mean, I could have read the rest of the article, but I was just trying to explain it high level. But yeah, absolutely shows up. AI can help humans. It can help generate writing that we iterate on top of and improve. I mean, I've never done that. I can honestly say that I didn't use AI. I haven't used AI yet for any of my writing. I don't even like, I mean, it's built into the phones and stuff now. I don't like it. I don't like it. And my thing is I feel like I'm a good enough writer that if I'm writing an email to somebody, I can make it I can change the tone of a letter or what I'm trying to say based on what needs to be done, right? I don't need AI to do that for me. That's the stuff, a lot of the stuff that's built into the new Mac OS, which I think is cool, especially for people that they're not writers, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I've always been good at that. I don't need it. And I don't want to rely on it. It's kind of like creative writing is something that, just like any skill, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Just like I used to play guitar. I wouldn't say I was a great guitar player, but I could play guitar pretty well. I guarantee you I suck now because I tried playing something recently and was like, that is bad. And since my keyboard's been broken, I guarantee you I'm bad at playing keyboard too. So anyway. But I mean, think about this. They in the Star Wars movies, the prequels, there were many times where they changed what somebody said. And you can see it because it's not great. It looks bad. There are parts where they've changed the movement of the lips. But they also took out eye blinks and stuff like that. And it's like, what's the big deal, you know? And as long as it's not, you know, distracting. 300 didn't look the way it did when filming. I mean, yeah. Color correction is a tool. It's a tool. I also think people just hear AI and immediately perceive it negatively, all without even knowing how that AI is used. Exactly. And that was trying to make a point. And I used each and every one of you to illustrate that point. Now, I was curious. I was curious what people actually thought. I mean, some people, regardless, said, no, it's not that big of a deal. So, and by the way, we got to do some Photoshop AI crap. I'm set up. So start putting, while I'm getting caught up, start putting in some stuff that we can do. Because we haven't done that in like a month. And I keep saying, oh yeah, we need to do it. And like last week, that by the time I got to that point, it was already like 10:30. It was like, time to go. And it's already 10. So we got to do something. I use AI to upscale photos and color correct on my phone. Yeah. On my favorite meme post was someone said they tried to phrase a question in such a way to get AI to answer that they answered their own question, basically called thinking. Yeah. Range it. Welcome. Good morning. How are you? Well, good morning to you. It's cold. It's very cold here. Not as cold as, you know, some people like Cosma and, you know, Rufus the Red and stuff like that. People on the north side of the US, a lot colder. But man, Houston, which is south of me, got a huge amount of snow. For them, that's like a huge amount of snow. Snowing in Louisiana, which is nuts. So yeah, winter storm down there in the south. Imagine all the dumb stuff people say that's auto-corrected for them with AI's help. I mean, you're absolutely right. I occasionally have dumb fun making AI music for Game Dave. Right? That stuff's fun. Man, I'm telling you, I still have Ms. Moon's song saved right here. Like I can play it anytime I want. And every time, seriously, it's like, man, I need to cry a little bit. Put on that song because, man, it makes it. There's something about that really puts me back thinking about my friends that I grew up with, and I lost a couple of them. You know, Pixelated Sadness. Yep, it's so good. We listened to it like at least twice. But yeah, it's good stuff. 3 tauntauns laying in hammocks playing band. Oh, you can't do that. You can't do any. Okay, I set up the rules. Photoshop won't do anything that's, you know, IP related. So it has to be more generic than that. So a cat drifting in a race car. Okay. We're going to do that one. Here, let's do this. We'll do this. So you can see this, right? Everyone liked this video. Frodus Boy, thank you. I appreciate that. Not a fan of those songs that eat so much of the game time. Well, I mean, I get that. But it's also... See, Shozama, there's this thing that some people like to have. It's called fun. I'm only kidding. I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. A cat drifting in a race car. And we're going to let's do the art. And let's just see what it comes up with. You ready? Here we go. Ready? Generate. Generating. Oh yeah, you can't see what I see, and it'll just pop up. I don't know about that one. It looks like the cat is the race car. Why Why can you only see the left, like the left? That's weird. That's a weird one. All right. Let's see. Okay, we can't do the Tauntaun. Sorry. I'm sorry. We can't do any IP. Photoshop will not allow IP. This looks fun. Yeah, just give me a prompt. Give me something to put in there. A dog flying with a flower, like holding a flower? I don't get it. A dog? A dog flying with a flower. I'll put it in exactly the way that you said it. Let's see. Generating. Now that's pretty good. I mean, the flower looks like it's going through. Can we zoom in? Yeah, there you go. It's kind of going through his face. Oh, we should just leave it up like this. This is good. Let me turn the rulers off. We don't need the rulers. There we go. There we go. Got the full image. I mean, it's not bad. I know it's crazy, right? Yeah, it won't do violence. It won't do anything like that. A Chad hitting on an old lady. Let's just see. I'm putting in that exactly like you said it, just to see what it does. Okay, generate. Okay, we encountered an issue. Please review our guidelines. Okay, something about that it didn't like. Okay, a cat army attending a 9 Inch Nails concert. I don't know if that's going to work. It may not work with 9 Inch Nails in there. Oh, it's doing it. It's doing it. No, how crazy is this going to get? It's still generating. 75%, 80%. I mean, you can't tell that that's 9 Inch Nails, and I'm pretty sure all those people back there, those look like all women. But it's weird, right? That's weird. Okay, digital age, alien shopping. Digital age, alien shopping. Let's just see. Let's see what it does. See, this is, I love these. 9 Lives and Tales? Maybe. What are with those hands? What's with those hands? And who, okay, wait. What woman would wear a skirt like that with a suit jacket like that? I guess an alien lady. I guess. Interesting. 18 cowboys in the yard. Okay. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Let's see what happens. I meant hitting on his slang is right. Oh, that's why. Yeah, you're right. You said 18 cowboys in the yard. Those are horses. And I'm pretty sure there's not 18 of them. Okay. Well, I mean, there you go. Let me do flirting. Oh my god, I can't spell. All right. There we go. Fingers were on the wrong home keys. Okay, this is working. I don't know what it's going to do. No. This is one of the best uses of AI. Yeah, see, this is just fun. I mean, that looks real. Now, apparently, this is the thing that I'm part of the reason why I'm using Adobe is that it's using Adobe assets, like Adobe owned assets to train its AI. So that's why I kind of feel okay using this one. But look at her hands. Oh, that's weird. I didn't even notice. It looks like that's so weird. Oh, that's weird. Author IP freely, sloppily eating ice cream. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if that'll work. Can I? Can I? Oh, I can copy and paste from here. I wasn't doing it. Let's just see what it does. I don't know what it's gonna do because apparently it didn't know what 9 Inch Nails was. I don't know who IP freely is. If that crowd is all women, then they must be watching Motorhead because women loved him. I mean, by the hand that feeds. Good one. Imagining aliens visiting our planet just to shop was not on my bingo card. Yep. That is definitely not Ram Ranch. What a ripoff. What is that building behind the horses? Let's see. Let's see. Turn that off. Turn that off. I mean, yeah. It's like it's vaguely close to reality, you know? Helicopters landing, Ford Raptor trucks. Okay, wait. I want to do this one. Aliens playing trading card games in space. Okay? Let's just see what it comes up with. And man, my processor is cooking. The fan. I guess it's because these are pretty large images and it's each one is like a different layer in Photoshop. How's that? How's that? Yeah, the hands were gross. Ram Ranch is under siege, under lockdown. Do you know Ivan Erection? Can I ask what was your dream job in college? Well, that's an interesting one because at that point when I was in college, I wanted to quit college and be a rock star. I thought I was going to be a rock star. Um in high school, I wanted to be an aerospace engineer. That's what I wanted to do. And then got to college and realized that I'm too stupid for that. And not that I'm too stupid. I shouldn't say that. I didn't have the, what do you call it? The drive for that. And here's the thing you have to understand too is that pretty much anyone that I knew was more motivated than I was back then. Like almost everybody I knew. I did not have any motivation to do anything. College wise. I just wanted to work, make money, and I didn't see, and plus I didn't see the value in college because, of all the, I don't know how things are in India as far as like what you have to, what things you have to take, what classes you have to take. But there were a lot of classes that did not, mean anything toward what I was working toward. And I just didn't want to do them. So I didn't. I took literary classes. I took classes that would enrich me instead of classes that would get me closer to a degree and then quit. So I never finished college. So yeah. I just wanted to know what AI would think the name IP freely would look like. Mice playing poker in the bar. Mice playing poker in the bar. Photo. Generate. Bam. Oops. So there's the alien playing cards. Grandma doing the Macarena. Does AI understand that you play poker with the cards and that the chips are what you use to bet? Why are the cards all laid out? But still, like, amazing, right? It's kind of crazy. Let's see, a grandma doing the Macarena. I like a do the cha cha. I like that scene in that movie. All right, we're getting close. That's a grandma doing something. Bigfoot doing the moonwalk in front of a blind audience. Oh gosh. See, that's why I wasn't copying. Is because man, it keeps doing weird stuff. And photo and bam. Bigfoot doing the moonwalk in front of a blind audience. Okay, there is something seriously wrong with that audience. I don't understand this at all. I don't understand this at all. Bigfoot doing the moonwalk in front of a blind audience. Okay, that's weird. All right, just a couple more. Okay, okay. Let's do this. Anything that's already there, I'm gonna do, and then we gotta move on. Because by the way, did y'all see this? Sean Levy, the director of Deadpool and Wolverine, is going to do a Star Wars movie, and supposedly Ryan Gosling is going to be in it. What? What? I don't know. Could be good. Could be terrible. But man. All right. So this is what was this? This was dogs playing poker on a round table with cigars. No cigar. Oh, no, wait. There are cigars. Why is one coming out of his nose? Oh my gosh. Okay. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to, I think I need to save these and put them in the Discord. And yeah. I don't even know Rob doing that. Yeah, I won't do that. It won't do that, but that's all I have to do. That sure is a Macarena. All right. The cigar in the nose is funny. Grandma playing Twister, but she's also part Sasquatch, and the house is made of hot dogs. I mean, let's see what it does. It's interesting. It's interesting knowing the prompt when you look at an image and trying to figure out how the AI is trying to. Okay, so grandma playing Twister. No, it's a grandma. She's part Sasquatch, and the house is made of hot dogs. I mean, there are hot dogs on the wall there, but she's not playing Twister. Maybe it doesn't understand what Twister means. Twisting the hot dog. That's probably what it is. There's twisting of the hot dog. I'm going to say a beautiful Derek, I'm going to say a beautiful woman holding hands with a nerd. Now it may kick that out as a, oh, that's harmful to people. Let's see what it says. Nope, it's doing it. So beautiful woman holding hands with a nerd. And what's cool about Photoshop And the way that they do this, I mean, come on, both of them are cute, are they not? That's not bad. That's not like your typical nerd. DB Cooper Bigfoot. You can always refresh. Well, that's the thing. You just do it again. Save that Bigfoot image for a future Game Chasers episode. I'm saving them all. We're gonna put them in the Discord. Jack Torrance having a great time with Wendy and Danny at the Fire Festival. I don't even know if it'll know what that is. I mean, I'm guessing that's from The Shining, yeah? But will it know what that is? Maybe because Twister is a corporate product, it can't be represented. Where is the nerd? I know. Jack Torrance having a great time with Wendy and Danny at the Fire Festival. Why does she have 3 rows of teeth? The middle woman. That's horrifying. It's almost like what AI does is it looks at a bunch of pictures like this. Okay, I got it. Like for that long. Like they go, okay, this is a bunch of people at a party. Okay, got it. Not realizing human anatomy. That is so look at his arm, the way his elbow looks. There's an extra arm coming from underneath his arm, holding a beer of some kind. His arm is extra long, unless that's someone else. I'm trying to look at the lady on the right, and the teeth are wacky. But it's one of those, like, at first glance, it's like, yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, here's the last one we're gonna do. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. That's the Netflix adaptation. Yeah, maybe. I didn't see the arm. Dude, there's so much wrong with this one. His arm, it looks like the bend of his arm, there's another piece of arm. Because this is not in the right place. The crook of your arm, or whatever that is, the inside of your elbow, it's not in the right place. So it looks like there's an extra arm. It almost looks like a belly button right there. Instead of it's messed up. This one's messed up and it's freaking me out, and it's freaking me out. Just saying, it's freaking me out. A mailman wearing a shirt that says Order 42 wrestling a shark. Okay, so here's the last one of the night. A mailman wearing a shirt that says Order 42 wearing a shark, or wrestling a shark. Okay, order. Mailman? That looks like an Office Depot employee. And why is the shark like drawn? It looks artistic instead of realistic. I picked photo. A Circuit City employee. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it got part of it right. But yeah, that last one with the teeth, that one messed me up. That one was kind of. But yeah, I'm gonna basically put in, I guess, an AI generated artwork, and we can put the ones in from the show. And if you want to put in some, then that's fine. But just try to keep things clean, okay? I mean, I get it. I would say we're 95% male, but let's try to keep things clean, because some of that AI can get nuts. Photoshop your face onto his. Oh yeah, maybe. I could do that. Look at his hand holding the beer. It's so messed. That last one was messed up. Down syndrome. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But yeah, seriously, what do you guys think of this? I would say what I think of this is okay, we've had a lot of Star Wars projects have been announced that have never happened. But he does say that where does he say? Well, first off, it's unclear when Levy's project is set. Star Wars stories have run the gamut of hundreds of years, detailing blah 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 blah. So it's not connected to anything. The story center, yeah. It is, however, to be unconnected to the so-called Skywalker saga. It is meant to be a standalone movie. What did he say? He said somewhere. Working on the script for over a year. So look, here's the thing. I like Sean Levy. I like the Adam Project. I like Deadpool versus Wolverine. I think he's a solid director. I love Ryan Gosling. And the idea of possibly a standalone movie that might lead to other things, who knows? But since Ryan Gosling has said many times that he's not wanting to do dark stuff anymore, that he wants to do, it doesn't have to be family-oriented entertainment, but just not so dark. I love this idea, and I want to see this. I want to see this tomorrow. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. So anyway, the other thing is, as fans of Star Wars, I'll just say we've been around the block a few times, and we've been told about a lot of movies that have never happened. So, yeah. And for some reason, I think of Better Off Dead. Remember Better Off Dead? This really has nothing to do with it. It's more the feeling of it. But it's when Curtis Armstrong's character, I can't remember his name in the movie, but he says, Lane, I've been coming to this high school for 7.5 years. I'm no dummy. That movie is so great. If you haven't seen Better Off Dead, you probably missed the boat on it. It may not be up your street or whatever, but I love that movie. Is so quotable. I love that movie. Remember Solo? I loved Solo. I thought Solo was good. I like the Warwick news. Warwick? What was that? Did I see Warwick somewhere? What are you talking about? Sorry. What are you talking about? Wraith? Warwick news. These days I take hype announcements from Lucasfilm with the same number of grains of salt as I take hype announcements from UFO reporters, which is all of the grains of salt. Skippy Pap, I'm cold. I have to say, I've never seen you before in the stream. I'm not sure what that is an image of, but I'm going to say hi. How are you doing? It's good to see you. It's, yeah. It's good to see you. But what was the Warwick Davis news? What is it? News. To be honored with the BAFTA Fellowship. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Is that what you're talking about? Because if so, that is cool. That is really cool. Very cool. Skippy Pap. But yeah, guys, I've pulled off so many CDs from the shelf. I pulled movies off the shelf. I've shown you movies that I bought. We've talked about movies. We've talked about all kinds of things. Oh, by the way, the Switch 2. Yeah, I mean, people said, "Oh, I'm underwhelmed." Well, yeah, it's because you've been looking at leaks for weeks. if you hadn't seen the leaks, you would have been surprised. And I had to say, look, look up, behold a pale horse. Wasn't he an Ewok? Yeah, he was Wicket. Wicket W. Warwick. And he also played multiple characters in Harry Potter. I am totally whelmed by the Switch 2. I'm excited. I'm excited for it because I know what it means. It means more powerful Switch for Nintendo. And I'm pumped. I'm pumped by that. What can I say? I love my Switch. I have to say though, I'm not a fan of Final Fantasy IV. Don't like it. I don't. And I guess basically I don't like the ATB system thing. I don't like it. Just not a fan. I like turn-based. Real turn-based, not ATB stuff. So it like turned me off. It made me not want to play. Is that weird? I just don't like it. Seems more like a Switch Pro, not really a 2, but I'm cool with that. And I'm cold. Why did you retract your messages? All your messages. Okay. Ricky, I'm trying to figure that. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I'm sorry that they're cold. I'll get the Switch too, but I wanted something different, not just another Switch. I think they should have called it the Switch U. That would have been a bad idea. I didn't see the leaks, but I was still about it. But I'll wait to the April unveil to be hyped. Right, because you don't know. At the unveiling, it could be like, oh my God, it does all the things. It does everything. You can write it. You can write it to work. Oh my God, it's a hovercraft. You don't know. You don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not a hovercraft, but anyway. I want a non-portable version that just plugs in the TV and has a Pro controller. Benny, I'm right there with you. I'm not a big portable guy either, even though I do have a Steam Deck. I mean, I do enjoy my Steam Deck, I gotta say. But I get what you're saying. Mario Kart 9 and Metroid Prime 4, yes, please. Yep. Super Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I don't know. Quick review, Silence of the Lambs. Fantastic movie. Jonathan Demme directed. Academy Award winning performances for all three. The director, Jonathan Demme. The Jodie Foster, Best Actress. And Anthony Hopkins, Best Actor. It's one of the best movies, like, ever. It set standards. I think if there was no Silence of the Lambs, we wouldn't have got 7. I think Silence of the Lambs is an incredibly important movie. I love it. I own the Criterion DVD release, and I recently have purchased the Arrow 4K release. So I'm very, very excited to watch that when it gets closer to my list, but it's what Longlegs wished it could be. And here's the thing, I haven't seen Longlegs yet, but I've heard things, and that's what many people have said. It's like it's trying to be Silence of the Lambs in 7, and it's no. But Silence of the Lambs is amazing. Castaway. Okay, this is the last one. I gotta go. It's 10:30. Castaway. Tom Hanks. Robert Zemeckis directed. It is Tom Hanks on a deserted island for years. Not really, but in the story, years. And it's a fantastic movie. It's Tom Hanks doing what very few actors could do, and that is carry an entire movie on their back. The storytelling in that movie is great, and the journey that you go on with this character is awesome. I love it. It's a FedEx employee who crash lands on a deserted island and befriends a volleyball. It's a beautiful movie. It's a beautiful movie. I love it. I own it on DVD. I don't think that's on 4K. I would love to have a 4K of Castaway because it's a great movie. I would also like a 4K of Robert Zemeckis' Contact with Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey, Tom Skerritt, and Jake Busey, and William Fichtner, based on the best-selling book by Carl Mother Effin Sagan. Kingdom of Heaven Director's Cut and Castaway 4K, please. Yes, Kingdom of Heaven Director's Cut. That's a man. I need to get back on my Ridley Scott review-a-thon because dude is 87 years old. I'd like to finish it before he passes away. I need to get on it. But anyway, guys, I love that you're here. So thank you very much. Whether you participated in the chat and the Photoshop AI extravaganza, or you just sat here and listened and watched me creepily, I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. It's one of my favorite things to do of the week. I got to say, I am feeling the tiredness, mostly in the back of my head. You ever get that? I only had like 4 hours of sleep last night, so I'm amazed that this show went off as well as it did. But the show must go on, right? Anyway, guys, have a great week. Thursday, Flight Risk. That's right. Mel Gibson directed, Mark Wahlberg starring, Topher Grace. This is his name, right? Is it going to be good? I don't know, but we're going to go see it. So I hope you guys have a great one. Thank you guys so much for being here. And again, to Not Gary for the extra special little $10. I love it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I always say, look, I just like doing the show. So thank you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.